Hello again, everyone. I'm Nesbit. It's Hunter Call of the Wild. Welcome to this Sunday stream. Let's spin the wheel and find out where we're going to be hunting today. I've got Fire and Jim with me. Thanks for being with me today, guys. Appreciate it. Let's bring up the spinny wheel and let's do this. Let's see where we're going to... I'm going to take my earphone out because I'm about to be blitzed with noise. If you've got headphones on, you might want to just take them out or move them away from your ears, because this, I don't know if it's really loud for you guys and girls, but it's really loud for me. It hurts my ears, so just beware. All right, here we go. Okay, there's a bit of lag going on there. It's about 20 seconds lag. Hopefully it'll catch up with itself. And we are on, Mississippi Acres. There you go, Fire. I think that's gonna make Fire happy, because if I remember rightly, it's Mississippi Acres where he's got the crocs, isn't it? I'm sure it was Mississippi.
That's Emerald Coast.
Oh, it's the Emerald Coast. Oh, Christ. Okay, I'm getting confused. All right. Okay. So, well, this is going to be fun. So, because I remember we've done this before, I think, in stream. I was hoping for the tiger or, the Serengeti or something today. That's what I fancy. But there you go. It is what it is. This is where we're going to be going. Let's just get rid of the wheel then. I'm just going to kick out some quick info here. We got a playful leaderboard here. Jack's got 13 wins. He won with a new highest score last week, guys and girls, with 22,387. Fire was on 19,000, not far behind him. Very, very entertaining stream last week in terms of the amount of wildlife that was around and the scores that we were getting. And Jim and I scored well. I mean, for an average stream, I mean, we didn't score low. Sort of around. I think Jim was around 7, wasn't he, or 6 or 7? Did I do 8, or was it a bit less than that? But either way, it was still a respectable score we both had. But yeah, that was quite a phenomenal bit of scoring there. 22,000. So anyway, let's bring up the main window. Let's just close the. Where am I looking? The highest score. There we go. Let's just neutralize. Not the highest score. Sorry, the leaderboard. Let's neutralize that. And we've got Jack's highest score there. If anyone beats it, it'll be replaced. And Jack's got 5 diamond kills, and no surprise there. Bison's got 1, Colin's got 2, and Jim's got 1. And Fire and I have shit all, but we'll get there. Hello, Colin. Hello, Bruce. Hi, guys. Yep, Mississippi has them. They do indeed. All right, guys and girls, thanks for being with me. Thanks for the likes. Let's get on with it. Let's crack on. I haven't opened up my game yet. Let's do that. I haven't even opened up Steam. There it is, telling me it's got to open up Steam. I'm not with it today. All right, there we go. Let's close that down. Okay, well, while that's just opening up, then to the last bit of my cake. Come on, stupid window. What's going on? I'll wait for it to do its thing. The game's just loading up, guys and girls, and then we'll I'm sure Fire will send us an invitation, and we'll get on with it.
Well, now that you have your game open, I can send you one.
Exactly. It's just loading up now, Fire. So, wherever you are in the world, guys and girls, I hope you're all doing well. And Colin, Bruce, welcome to the stream. I hope you're both well and you had a good week.
All right, you should have that invite.
Yeah, it's coming, Fire. Thanks, man. Let's join. Okay. I'm all right, Colin. I can't complain. I could, but ain't gonna do no damn good, mate. You know. In myself, I'm all right. Bit tired, but otherwise I'm doing all right. All right. Ooh. I remember this, so I'm going to go up there, remembering what I remember, and see what I can see. What's that? Ah, tobacco and cotton. Tobacco and cotton. I remember. Mississippi, eh? I was listening to Yonder talk about his life, actually. And his grandma worked in the cotton and tobacco fields her whole life, so... An interesting world, or continent, America, really, and the history of it in the South. Well, the North is just as interesting, but for different reasons. I needed that. Okay, just keep me going. And to all you fathers out there, I understand it's Father's Day in America as it is over here in the UK. So hope you're all doing well, guys. I hope your women are treating you nice. You know, giving you a little bit of a break today. You know what I mean. They're wonderful creatures, women. Where would we be without them? We need them, you know, like they need us. But God, boy, it can be a trial at times.
We'd be back in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah. Okay, I've got what's level 2, so I can use my Reaper. I think. Can I use my Reaper for that? Let's have a look. Let's bring up the Reaper. I think I can use that. Yeah, 2. Yeah, oh yeah. Let's have a pop. Let's see. But no, you got 11. Oh, you know, my missus is a wonderful woman. I can't complain about her really. As women, she's put up with the hell a lot with me. Just the, you know, the choices I make in life, the choices I've made which affected them, the family, you know, over the years. But she likes that quality about me. She likes my moral sort of existence and the sort of bloke I am and the outspokenness that I am. But with that comes a cost, guys and girls, I'll tell you. You know, sometimes it's just oh, there he is. I think I've got him now. Here we go. Come on. I think that was more to the shoulder. I may not have got him. But, oh no, he's down straight away. Well, I'm pleased about that. Good stuff. Right, okay. I start off with a kill quite early. That's good. And I'm not going to run around either. I don't do that in my private streams. You know, I don't run around at all, hardly at all. I move towards my kill very slowly because you never know what else is about. You can scare so much off, you know, if you're running towards what you've just killed. So. Oh, brown. Very easy. Little male there. Silver. I don't think I've really got. It was a good shot. Left and right lung. Ah, so I thought I'd penetrated the shoulder blade, but I think, no, it's just under the shoulder blade, so that's good. All right. I only really collect golds and diamonds, but I actually haven't got a common raccoon yet. Oh, no, I think I might have one. It was a gold. Yeah, I'll just accept that. Okay. Let's, where are we going to go? We're going to head up. Actually, no, I went up there in the last stream and I had that potential mythical crocodile. I can't bother to go that way again. I think I'm going to head towards Horse Ben's Shoe. Or Horseshoe Bend. There. Isn't that funny how my brain reads that? I said Horse Ben's Shoe and it's actually Horseshoe Bend. It's funny how the brain works, isn't it? How my mind processes that. I find that very interesting when it does that, you know? It says what it thinks it should be, not what it is, I guess. Is that what's going on? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but it's quite interesting, that. Okay, through the tobacco fields. Tobacco. Chewbacca. Tobacco, Chewbacca. Yoda. All these different...
Baseballs 2 comes out next year.
what's coming out next year? Baseball 2, did you say?
Spaceballs 2.
Oh, Spaceball.
Yogurt
Oh.
shall return.
Ah, right, okay. All right. Let's just bring up the glasses. Let's do a bit of spraying. Oh shit, what's that? That's a little pig that's fleeing. Let's bring up the... Let's just see if we can see him. No, we're not going to see him in all that cotton. No chance. Mating call. Oh, brilliant. All right, he hasn't... Right, let's see if we can pick him up. Come on. Binoculars, don't fuck around. Where's he to? Mating call. All right. Oh, he's just behind... I'll tell you what, I might take a random shot here. And there he is. Got the fucker. And he's 5. All right. Yeah, that's not going to be a trophy because I've just shot him in the head. I shot him twice there. Did I just hear someone come into chat? Was that my imagination? No? Okay, it's my imagination. No, I just thought I heard something. But he's down anyway. Not too bothered about a trophy unless he's a nice skin, and then I will be bothered. But he was in that cotton. I couldn't really mark what he was, but I just took the shot. And I think the first shot hit him in the head, so I just did a second shot anyway. So, because if I get the lung, it should cancel out the headshot with a bit of luck, and I'll get my trophy with a bit of luck. I think that's how it works. As long as you get a lung shot, you're all right. Or, you know, an organ shot.
The head's in the trophy.
Well, it's true. Oh, look. Wow. Oh, that was the first. Well, look at that. I'd be buggered. It's a trophy. It's a black. It's silver. But they're 2 good shots. Good stuff. All right. I don't want that. That's just going to accept that. Ooh. Let's head towards some water. That'd be the... You can follow my pattern here. I went on a hunt yesterday, guys and girls, because I just fancied keeping my eye in. And I had this lovely kill trail all the way across the map. It was brilliant. It was really good fun, the way it worked. Sorry, Jim, you said something. Let's think about the head. What was you saying there?
No, if the head's the trophy, then the headshot's gonna
fuck it up.
Gonna mess up your trophy or whatever else you do.
Ah, okay. All right, I remember that. I generally only take the headshot if I have to. It's like if it's coming towards me and I just want to kill it quickly. What's that there? Oh, it's a tractor. Don't really want to be moving through tobacco fields and cotton. Simply because, you know, it's just too noisy and you really can't see the animals most of the time. Let's close that window, see some resources. Right, okay. Back to it. Good stuff. Cheers, Bruce, by the way, for the happy Father's Day and everything. Like I say, I hope you're all having a great day, guys and girls. Fleeing rabbit, 60 to 80. Well, I'm not going to bother, let it go. I've really got into the bird shooting, guys and girls. I'm becoming really efficient at that. Proficient? Whatever, you know what I mean. Good at it. You know, I'm getting pretty good at that now. It took a bit of practice. But it's funny, it's come a lot quicker than you know, in terms of getting comfortable with it and knowing what it's about. That's come a lot quicker than with some of the rifles, I guess. But then I guess shotguns I'm used to, you know, I know my way around them. So, you know, that's what we use here. We don't have any big game as such. I mean, there are, you know, you can still shoot a rifle, so you got deer and stuff like that. But most of the game I hunted when I was younger was small game, I guess, pheasants and rabbits, stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, what's that? That's that rabbit again, is it? It might cut across me, actually. I'm going to bring my gun up just in case, because we could have some fowl. Not fowl, but birds here, I guess. Grouse, whatever. Pheasants. I'm not quite sure. What's on this map? There'll be pheasants, wouldn't there, on this map, I would imagine? Or, I would think.
Quail.
Quail and
Turkeys.
Turkeys. Okay, quail, turkeys, stuff like that.
Not sure what else might be here. I mean,
Speaking of hunting, I'm getting my hunter safety course. Okay, Colin, good stuff. Yeah. All required. Yeah, our hunter safety courses years ago was like the gamekeeper or your old man, like, and if you didn't carry your gun right, or if you loaded it and you didn't, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, you get a fucking whack around the back of the head. You soon learn what was right and what, how to go about things and what not to do. You're told, and if you didn't follow it, you'd get a whack. Or a sharp reminder with a tongue or a look or something like that, depending really on how serious it was. But you soon learn. So yeah. Now, I want to go towards that. I am heading towards it. That's okay. Let's keep going. Good luck with that, Colin. I hope you sail cleanly through it. I'm sure you will. What's this here? Let's have a look. Oh, this is like a wild hog. Okay. That's very old. Let's keep going. Now, let's bring up the binoculars. There we go, as I suspected. What's that? He's fleeing. We got an alligator. Why is it not coming up in my binoculars? American, there you go, it's minor. Sorry. Okay, so we got a hog close by. We've got a minor alligator. I'm not going to do anything quite yet. Let's move slowly. See what we can see. Hard. There's our shot. 230, potentially. There's another. Is that another one there? Is that a log? It looks like the tail of an alligator. I think that might be a log. So we got the minor. So I can take those two for sure before they take the hard one first. This is a level 7, so I can use my 338. It goes from 7 to 9. That'll be a quick kill as well, though. No, if I get it on target, there'll be no having to run around after. Oh, what's that up there? Running behind. That was a hog, I think. Where's that other alligator gone? Oh, shit, man. Where's he gone? Has he moved? He's up there on the minor one then. Where's the other one gone? Oh, fuck, he's moved. Well, there's been no warning, so unless... Where's that hard one gone? Oh, you fucker. Where's he gone? Oh, forgive my language, folks. I'm a bit aggravated with that now. I should keep my eye on him. Oh, here we go. There he is. That was another one. Oh, that's another... Oh, we got the hog there. Trivial one. All right, let's just relax here, Nesbit. We've got the shot here. I think I haven't shot many alligators, but he's at 220. I'm going to move in a bit. You had a diamond alligator, but I shot him in the spine. Yeah, I'm going to watch out for that con. I am going to run forward a bit. No, I'm just going to take my time. Bollocks. I'm still swearing. I don't know what's the matter. Oh, it's tiredness, man. That's what it is. When I get tired, I do swear a lot. Oh, what's we got here? Fleeing 5. If he's coming my way. There. Oh, shit. That went too high, man. Let's bring up my other weapon. They'll go down. Just to make sure those alligators aren't running. I doubt it. They'll be too far away with a bit of luck. Minor. Hard. Let's take him where we can. It's 170. Kick on the bloody gun. That was terrible, that shot. I've got to let my heart rate just drop a minute. Let's kill. That first shot should have been enough for that alligator. I took the second one just in case. That got him. That was a good shot. I know that was a good shot. What else we got? So look, let's reload. All right, let's go and claim. I probably created a dead zone, but I don't care, really, to be honest. That's mid pressure. All right, let's have a look. I got the hogs that were here. Potentially some alligators. For that shooting, I think I probably only got 2 of the 4 that I was shooting, but we'll see. They might die yet. Let's have a look. I just went for it a bit there, to be honest, yeah, because there was plenty of opportunity. Let's have a look. Not in my groove as yet. Some poor shooting in that lot, in that sort of barrage. Couple of 2, 3 loose shots there. Let's have a look. See what we got. The pigs were down here, weren't they? On this walkway, I think. So let's go across this walkway. Alligators one. There's one there. So we got 1 pig then, or hog. That was the first one I shot. You went down quickly, so that should be pretty silver. Black spots, pink, female. Nothing special about that, I don't think. I think that's quite common. Pink and black. So I don't think I'm just going to accept that. It's that one. There was another hog. We'll look for some more blood trail. I don't know if I got it. Can't see nothing. Let's work on these alligators then. There you go. So that was a good shot. Major organ on that alligator. So I got that first one that I shot. That'd be the hard one. Or whatever it was. So we got him for sure. Yeah, there's a good blood splatter. That's a medium blood splatter. There he is. Or was that another hog there? No, that's the alligator. All right, so that was easy. There's another one that I went for. So that's 2 of the 3 that I went for. Silver, hard. Look at that. And I just heard another crop there. Look, 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 look. There's my other one. Brilliant. So we got 3 of the 3. There should be one more hog that I went for, guys and girls. Olive, bronze. I missed the shot. Bollocks. Ah, it's a spine shot, look. Fuck that up. That would have been a nice... Well, no, it probably would have only been a silver, I guess. But there you go. Olive. Because olive is not rare. It's uncommon, isn't it? I think olive is uncommon. Now, the dogs...
It's common.
It's common. Okay.
Yeah, it's common.
Oh, all right. Cheers, fire. Thanks.
Albino, melanistic, and piebald. Those are the rares for alligators.
Okay. I can hear growling. I don't know if that's my dog, is it? But there's... Probably means there's a croc here somewhere. Let's just check out that other hog, because we got 2 of the alligators that I shot, so I got both of those. That's good. I got 1 hog, but I shot another hog around about by the bridge here. So let's have a look. Let's go back and see if we can find a blood trail. I couldn't see one as I approached, but let's just go back, because I swear I hit it. I hit it good as well. I thought I hit it well, you know. That's a walking gator there. It was all around here, I swear. Once you pick up a kill, the prints go, don't they? Any blood and prints of that animal go? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That is
Right,
correct.
so this one here is the other one that I shot, I would have thought. Let's just have a look around the area, see if we can pick up any blood. We're loaded up there. Let's just reload on the Perry. Welcome to the stream, guys and girls. Oh, Colin, what's the animal I want to hunt? Well, the beaver for one, some of the new, I think there's a new deer or whatever. Everything basically, Colin, in time, you know. But yeah, I like the idea of hunting a beaver and getting a nice diamond beaver. That'd be good fun, you know. But once I know, I did look at the list of all the animals, but I can't remember what they are now. But obviously, yeah, the beaver, it will be nice. And just to check out the environments as well. Pardon me. Oh, high pressure, but not hunting anything more here. Okay. Mid pressure, high pressure. Let's move on down the swamp then, or let's go downstream. I always like going downstream. I like going with the flow of the current, you know. It feels natural to travel with the current, not against it. That's how I like to live my life, really. Go with the current, you know. Yeah, I hope so, Colin. A bit of that. And there's, I watched Chopper's channel the other day when he was because he got sent the new map early, and I was just looking at some of the environment. The environment looks really nice. He talked about some new deers and stuff. So I know there's other stuff. You know, I know there's a lot going on with them. With the that dog's growling again. I know there's a lot of new stuff with this new map, but I'll explore it when I get to it. And yeah, just about hunt everything that I can. Really, that's the whole point. Really. Hopefully they'll give us a new lodge, different type of lodge as well. That'd be nice. Be nice to have a new lodge. Now, what's that down there? Is that a walkway or is that an animal? It might be a walkway, I think. Okay. Let's have my gun up just in case. Now that is a fucking alligator. Did you hear it? Where is it? A great big hiss. Where is it? Could be in this little pond. Where are you bum? He was close. There. 90 to 120. Now he's going to head for the water if I frighten him. So I'll get ready to shoot him should he go to hit the water. I'm not going to run, because if I run, it means my heart rate goes up. But let's just see if we can approach him and cut him off at the pass type thing. You know what I'm saying, guys and girls. I mean, let's just see what happens. Because it's a bit like the birds. Alligators are a bit like, they're not that quick, so with a bit of that, I mean, they're quick, but they're not that quick, you know. More than enough time to aim and shoot. Now, where is he? Let's just, I reckon we've done about 70 meters. There's his hunt. There he is. Well, that's where he's probably sleeping. Let's take the scope off. Let's just check this out. This need zone. Where are you, bum? Might have already got him in the water. I should maybe take a quieter approach, but stuff it. I think he's still out there. There's his tracks. Let's see if we can pick him up. Let's follow his tracks. Is that going to be fresh? That's old. Okay. But we know there's a gator here somewhere. Let's see if we can find him. Might have already hit the water. There, what's that? Come on, mouse. Oh, that's the birds fleeing. Alright, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's... Because if the dog's barking, I take it he's still on the bank. He's not in the water. Just... Where is he? Or is he just... Alright, let's keep going. Should have been a bit more subtle in my approach, I guess. Is he going up? Is they really going up this far? Let's have a look. They go quite far up the bank, don't they? Comments. And that's right, Colin. If it snows and there's tracks, the tracks will get covered up. The snow will get deeper as well, apparently, I've heard. I think I'm right in remembering that. That's what's been said. So, yeah, the environment's more authentic in the way that you know, the animals are going to be covered, the way snow affects your hunting, blah, blah, blah. You all know what I'm saying. To track and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, the new map. So, again, they're developing the series. So, yeah, that's good. Right, let's see if we can see anything on the other side. If I spray, let's respray. I've got some first aid just in case. Never underestimate a croc of any description. Lethal bastard and things come out of nowhere. They catch you out.
Don't know that do you any good.
Yeah, no, I know.
Alligators might be a one hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but just in case, if I do have the opportunity to survive, I mean, they should be, really, because they're lethal predators. If they take you, they take you. Yeah, unless you're really lucky, they let go. But even still, you're going to bleed out. Very quickly, because of the amount of damage they can inflict. Very quick, you know, very quickly. They're lethal predators. You know, that's why they've been around for millions of years or whatever it is. You know, they're durable as well. You know, I've seen elephants stomp on them, and you know, they're still get away from elephant. Hello, Bong. Hi, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream, Bong. You know, they're very hardy animals. There's no doubt about that. You know, they can live under frozen water as well. Just have their nostrils up. You know, they don't have to eat for a while. Once they've eaten, they've got a good belly full. You know, extremely durable. You've got to respect them. You know, I mean. Where is he? Where is it? I can hear it, but I can't see it. Let's go slow. In fact, let's stop talking, Nesbit. You're going to become fucking prey. Let's use my brain. I know there's one over here. I know, doggy. I know. Thanks for the warning. There he is. There. He's mine. There. I'm just shooting him. He's got to be dead. Yeah, there he is. I wasn't going to fuck around there. He's coming right at me. Silver. Still got a silver trophy there. Look at that there. Dark brown. Pretty good. Died him twice. Both in the flat. That's good shooting, man. Under a bit of pressure. Thanks for the lights, guys and girls. Thanks for being with me today. I'm actually starting to warm up now. I'm starting to relax a bit. It's been a tough time. Yeah, that's why I like my Sunday streams. In fact, I like streaming in general. It's a good way to enjoy yourself, you know. Okay, and just, you know, let the shit go. Okay, right. That's pretty good. As a female, I'll just accept that. How are we doing scores-wise? Okay, all right. Is that me at the top? Fucking hell, it is. Jesus, man. I wonder if I don't expect our last there, but it's a Sunday. It could be worse. Yeah. Anyway, guys and girls, welcome. And thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. I appreciate it. I'm really enjoying my YouTube experience lately. And again, I'm going to big up everyone that's been here along the journey before. But one of the things that's really tipped the scales for me in the last few months is Yonder sending his people over. And like I say, people like Bong and Jade and many others that, you know, that chat with me in stream now and, you know, sort of follow my other weekly streams as well. Yeah, it's you know, it's changed things up in many ways, you know. So it's stepping stones with anything in life, guys and girls. You know, it's always stepping stones, and sometimes them stepping stones can go on for a long time before you get to where you want to be. And sometimes it happens a lot quicker. You know, I've had things go very quickly for me in life. It's like being like a whirlwind. But I would actually say the YouTube experience has been slow and at times very fucking painful. But along with the modern was the same as well. But very, very enjoyable, as well. Otherwise, I wouldn't carry on doing it, would I? But yeah, so, but recently as well, I mean, again, I've got to pick up all the people that came first. Keep you going, keep you invested in what you're doing, support you, and all the other aspects that go on behind the scenes that none of you are really aware of. Because it is a journey, like everything in life, And there's ups and downs and, one thing or another. And nothing comes easily in this world. There's so much competition, you got to work hard for everything. That's just life. It's the way it is. But you don't give up. You keep moving forward because that's how winning is done. Rocky! So, but yeah, when you have a couple hundred people in stream, you don't feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall. So again, I'm just going to big up Yonder, and his channel is connected to the bottom of my main page. You can find his links on my main page. All right, so let's see if we can hunt some more croc, because I must admit I do like. Oh, was 160? Where is he? Where is he? He's in the water. He might be in the water. I think he is. Let's just see if he surfaces. It's sold. And another thing that's made a big difference as well, we've only managed to be able to do this in recent years. As I've said before, my lad's got special needs, autistic light. He's on the autistic light scale. Calling you. Yeah, Bon. It's a real good little group you got there developing, So, yeah, he's a good man. You're a good group, You're relaxed, easygoing, fun. I like that, None of you are up your own ass. You all seem very much down to earth, so that's good. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, and in terms of the channel as well, like, we couldn't do this before, but recently we've managed to get funding for a carer that comes in. It's not many hours, but it's a few. So during the holidays, like me and the missus, our boy, everything. It's like how you guys, sit here and sort of get enjoyment in everything out of the stream that you need. My boy gets everything through me and the missus. And during the holidays, it's quite a lot of work. There's no breaks because it's 24. Well, not 24/7, but it's all the time. Everything he gets is through other people. He finds all his focus through other people and stuff like that. And it's constant. So to have a carer in just for like 4 hours a week, even if it's just the weekend or when I stream, is really good because I've managed to carry on streaming in the holidays, which I could never do before, and that makes a huge difference to the channel's growth and keeping the channel alive and keeping momentum going, because it was so frustrating because for years I was banging my head against a brick wall, getting some semblance of a following, and then I wouldn't be around for, there'd be other issues, or myself, I was just worn and tired, more, very little breaks, and there aren't a lot of breaks now, but it's amazing just how a few hours, or hearing, what's that there, can make a huge difference to your mentality, Oh, that's the mutt. So, yeah, it's very challenging being a parent, when you have children of, especially what we call normal kids. But believe me, that's relatively easy compared to other, the ways things can be in other scenarios, So, yeah, sort of grateful for those hours because it allows me to carry on with the channel and do all the work that I'm doing, So, yeah. Yeah, we're all huge, yeah. yeah, Bon. Yeah, I know. And, when I was a younger man, I was there, Like I said, I've done a lot in my life. I've explored many different types of realities, and I've had the privilege of being or experiencing many different types of people from all walks of life, from the rich, very rich, to, I've experienced all sorts of people along my time, and I've come across many different types of people. Where I travelled the road, I met many different types of people, and you'd be surprised the amount of rich people that are on the road as well. Believe me, they're trying to escape something, just like a lot of other people. So, yeah, I've had some interesting experiences in my time. And I look back on that as now as being privileged, really, because it gave me a unique perspective about life in one way or another, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I've been there when I was a younger man as well. But it was an interesting experience. Everybody does what they do for different reasons, and mine was exploration. I wanted to understand, and I didn't want the average. When I say the average, and don't take this the wrong way, guys and girls. Yeah, yonder, yeah. Don't take this the wrong way. There's many ways of getting educated in life, and they all have their uses and their strengths and their weaknesses. But let's just say I'm one of those guys who didn't have the best school education in terms of. Well, I say that I wasn't appreciated at my school. I had a strange duality, educational experience where I was a great sportsman, so I was loved by the PE teachers and stuff like that, and you know, and they all fought for me, whether it's through cross country or whether it's cricket, rugby. You know, I was good at everything I did. I was very athletic, very physical, very. I don't think it's unfair to say gifted in terms of what I would do on a football pitch that most other people couldn't do. Just in terms of low centre of gravity, strong, powerful, could take the hits of bigger blokes, never bothered me. That's what they're always trying to fucking kick me, because that's what you do when you're faced with a skillful player. You kick the shit out of them. None of that ever bothered me. And could take the hits, you know. But then from the educational point of view, well, actually, in rugby, I started off as a hooker. I started off, then the scrum half. But as the years went on, and as I didn't maturate as quickly as other lads, I actually ended up dropping back into the line. But I still had a bit of speed, bong. So, but believe me, you know, I was skillful enough to take down some bigger blokes. Because if you know anything about rugby, it ain't always about strength. Sometimes their strength will win out. For example, some of the scars I've got on my fingers I've got a couple of scars on these fingers where I tackled a guy and he was like 6'4", something like that, and he's just because he was in that moment he was more powerful in his legs. He ripped my arms apart and his studs went down my hands and everything, and opened up my fingers and everything. So that's where an example where strength. But again, that was rare because I could take down bigger blokes quite easily. You know, you take away their legs, they're like any other fucker, they go down. That was just one instance where his strength outdid the. I didn't really take him very well either, because I took him at the waist height, which absorbed the power, and then I slipped down his legs. So it wasn't actually a clean tackle. But if you take their legs out first with the oncoming force, doesn't matter if they're 6 foot or 5 foot, they're going down because of the momentum. More often than not, they'll go down. So I wouldn't say I was battering people in rugby, no ball, not this. But in terms of football, cricket, you know, and other sports that I was involved in, I always did very good in, especially cross country as well. Good morning, Panic. Nice to see you. Again, because for me, cross country was endurance. Again, you know, I would. As I got older, I started to lose out with bigger and powerful guys simply because of the amount of speed they had, the ratio, you know, and if the distance wasn't long enough, they'd win it easily. But that's why I started to change my thinking, because I realised, you know, it was really disheartening. I remember in the third year on the 1500, 800, I was winning those. In the fourth year, everything changed. I remember a guy called Bowden. In the fourth year, he just came out of nowhere. And like it was like a fucking rocket, and I was so far behind him. I actually stopped running because I realised in that moment it was over. So that's where things, you know, where you start to mature and you get a little bit older, and you know where you're going to fit better, you know, as a smaller guy. But you know, but in terms of football, yeah, I was always, you know, I played for 2 years above me. I was playing when I was in the second year, I was playing for the third and fourth years in football. So, you know, everybody wanted a piece of me. It was that type of thing. But like I say, the educational part, you know, nobody wanted anything to do with me. I got treated completely different, like most people do that are at the lower, you know. So I had an interest in schooling. I always went out and educated, you know, I went out and educated myself after that. And I learned about things I wanted to learn about. And I studied my way, not their way. Not repeat what they wanted me to repeat. That sort of shit. So I did thinking for myself, basically, rather than just accepting everything that was told. Because as you all know, as you get older, three-quarters of what they tell you is shit anyway, and it ain't like they tell you it is. So. But I had an interest in education, like I said, going back to why this conversation started. There are many forms of education in this world, and I've been lucky enough to experience many different kinds of education, So, yeah. And I know what I prefer, and I know what I prefer for my son as well. But there you go. And there was a point, I was going to make a point about all of this, but I got sidetracked. Not sidetracked, I forgot the point I'm just going to try to make. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. It was about, that's it. That's the whole point. It was about yonder, really, and just talking about life in general. But, yeah, I've forgotten the point I was going to make, so until I get on with the gameplay. just thinking about all that and thinking about what Sembong was saying and whatever, But, yeah. That was it. Thank you. Choice of education. Yeah. And that's, really it is, I think it's really important that people get a varied education. And very rarely do I... Oh, and that was it, the pot and all that pass. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Bong. See, that's why I like Jack here sometimes, because Jack reminds me, like when I'm in games sometimes, what I've got to do, or if I get lost, because he knows the game's inside out, because I can drift. I do like to talk, guys and girls, even though I should be playing the game more, I guess. But it is all about that. It's about... choice of education. And in the past, I used to smoke and I've done lots of other things. And yeah, that's right. It really is all about, I've had lots of different experiences and yeah, that's right. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, man. Yeah. I was talking about you guys and, your friendly nature, and it's all sort of interlinked. It really is, and I guess if I was to really round something up, I would say never get stuck on one way, guys and girls. In anything you do or think in life, be fluidic, because that's what life is. It is like a river, and that's what started it. Because I said I love going down river. That's how this whole conversation started. I like travelling down river and going with the flow, and that's how that all started. So we've come full circle, and yeah, all these points. Thanks, Bong. Yeah, I mean, I've learned never to get hung up on one particular way. It's like I was reading something today. I was reading some comments on YouTube about classically trained to, if you like, classically trained musicians in relation to, say, folk musicians or other types of musicians, less disciplined musicians, if you like. Yeah, but to me, you've got to be careful with snobbery, because even though their classic has its benefits, without a doubt, it can make you a better metal player, for example, simply because, let's just say of the spider technique and of stretching and of technique and of precision. Classic is beautiful and it is a discipline. And someone wrote about the reason why it's a discipline in relation to others, and I don't disagree with it. But again, even Mozart loved to play with the perceived norm. And that's what made him such a genius, because he stepped outside of the bounds of what was the norm. And so, yeah, never ever go, think that you've got to be fixed in the current that you follow, Always be fluidic. Always be, like Bruce Lee said, be water. If water falls into a kettle, it takes the shape of a kettle. If it falls into a square, it'll become a... Do you know what I'm saying? And that really is the ultimate bit of... that is the ultimate, ultimate sort of mindset, really. Because if once you fix yourself into any dogma, then, you're basically fixing your soul in your whole existence. There's some things that are fixable, if you like morality, if you like, even though there can be a bit of movement there as well. There's some things that, I think, are worth fixing into at one point and staying focused. But, and everyone grosses out. I am reading what you're saying, Panic. Yeah. But, you see, I could tell you, Panic, some stories, of when I was a young man. And I had, the amount of times, I had gay men trying to hit on me, I mean, you lot, God dear me. God damn, man. But you know, I've had a lot of gay friends and one thing and the other. But I never really sort of thought about that, to be honest with you. I just saw people, and generally that's, you know, that's how I see people. I don't really, you know, it's that's what I see. I see people first, and then everything else sort of comes after that, I guess. And I don't, you know, even see why. It's funny, isn't it, how culture has to lock on and make everything an issue all the time. Who gives a shit? We love who we want to love, right? As long as we're not hurting anyone. You know, whether someone else likes that or not is totally irrelevant. You know, and this is why I think culture's all fucked up anyway. Because who gives a shit what someone else is or is into? That's their existence. It doesn't matter. You know, unless of course, like I say, you're causing pain to someone else. You know, it doesn't fucking matter. It never made me uncomfortable, man. Because again, because of the way I am anyway. It never made me uncomfortable, you know. The only time, only what, you know, when a guy tried it, I just looked. I said, you know, man, I'm not into that. I said, just back off, and he was respect. But there was one guy that was a real aggressive gay guy that's come on to me, and I did give him a look. I did make it clear if he didn't fuck off, I was gonna, you know. But you know, but again. That's a singular experience. That isn't with every gay man, of course. Most gay men aren't like that. Some are. Some gay men, like this particular gay man, liked hitting on straight men because he liked to turn them, as he said it. That's just the gay. That's who he was. You know, he was like that. He thought it was funny. You know, so. But so like I say, with every group, if you really want to get down to it, there's good and bad people in every group, whether you're gay, straight, black, white, whatever, you know. What culture, it doesn't matter what culture, you know, you get a mixture, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, it doesn't fucking matter. But it's all bollocks, really, the way everybody focuses on it all the time. It really is, it's bollocks, because what it's about is control again. It's about segregation, it's about dividing, you know. And why they're doing that order out of chaos, you know, order ab chaos, nobody's focusing on what they should be focusing on, which is the enemy of our existence, you know? And if you don't know who that is, go and work it out. Hey, B. Thanks for the likes, guys and girls. Thanks for being with me today. I've been doing more talking than hunting right now. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. A straight 21-year-old friend of mine was friends with the owner of a gay club. And they... Oh, bloody hell, an alligator, right? But hold on, I'll read those in a minute, guys and girls. He's close. Where is he? I think there's, like I say, I'll go back to the one rule. There's one rule. Do you know, you do no harm as best as. And as long as you live by that, you're living a good life, you know? I mean, you help people where you can help them. You know, you're not self-absorbed, and then you're doing all right in my book, you know. We're all going to make mistakes because we're all fucking ignorant, and we all come from a place of ignorance, and that's just a reality. Whether people like that statement or not, it's true. I've been ignorant my whole life, and I'm constantly ignorant. I'm constantly growing into new, you know, a new wealth, you know, new understandings my whole life, and that's the way it goes. You know, so all these intellectuals, all these people that get up their own ass, all these pious people, they're full of shit, most of them. Because, you know, we all make mistakes, and it's just life. I won't go on anymore. I'll get on with the game. You know what I'm saying. You all know where I'm coming from by now. You must do. You know, you watch my streams long enough. I talk enough so you all know where I'm coming from. I just think I literally, you know, go on about it a lot because, like I said, there's so much horse shit in life. You know, so much difficulty and pain and hassle for everyone, you know. You know, I struggle in my life because of my situation. I know that. But I know there's plenty of other people that struggle too. 20 to 30. Let's see if we run this fucker down before he gets to the water. 20 to 30 yards. Where are you, Gator? Let's make sure I don't walk into him and he chomps me. Where is he? Where is he? Let's keep heading to the water because he's probably going to be at the water. Is that something over there? I better be careful. He's probably could be behind me. Where is he? Might have already hit the water. But yeah, it's an interesting life. Oh, B, Osmond, I'm hunting crocs at the moment, or alligators, so... Panic, we are not, there's a lot of people that hunt. There's a lot of English people. There's a lot of English people that go hunting abroad. A lot of people that got money that go hunting. So do English people know guns? You bet your ass they do. There's plenty of them out there that knows guns just as well as you Americans, and have the ability, the money to go around shooting like you do, whether it's on a range or anything else. So believe me, guns in this country for a select group of people is just as big as it is for you guys in America. But the average Englishman or UK person. Oh, panic. Okay, maybe I should go back and read the conversation. Let's have a read, because there's a lot of comments going on, and I haven't really got my teeth into them, so to speak. And no panic. There's no innuendo there, by the way. I'm straight to. I've read that. Yeah, Pete, what's up? I just want to drink. Oh, right. Oh, okay. I see. All right. I'm getting into the conversation. Okay, everyone. Okay. All right. I don't know. Okay. Panic is gonna blush. Okay. All right. I'll leave you to your conversation. I focus on this croc. Then I think he's gone. But yeah, I never really had a problem, I never got embarrassed or felt threatened by gay people like I haven't lesbians or any other really. I guess when I was a younger man, like I say, I just had a different mindset, and I think as well, my experiences growing up again. I wasn't wrapped in culture like other people were, I haven't been embedded into the sort of brainwashing that most people experience, whether that's through Christianity or religion or education or whatever. And again, don't take offense there, people, but whether we like it or not, there are certain mindsets and certain groups based on their ideologies and their thinking. So not with all Christians or all Muslims or whatever, but a high majority of them. So because that's what their religions, teach, and so on and so forth, and what they indoctrinate people into. So that's just a fact. There's nothing anti-religious about that statement. That's just a reality, But I've never really been fazed by religion or by gay men or gay women or anything else. It's never bothered me, because again, I see that as someone else's choice. Oh, shit me. Oh, there's another one. I need him to die because I'm out of bullets. Come on, load up. Jesus fucking Christ, they come out of nowhere. Die, you bastard. Die! Christ, how many do I have to hit him with? Surely he's going down. Let's reload. He's gotta die. Did he go into that water? Oh, there he is. There's another one there, look. Just die, you fuck. How many times am I gonna hit him? Or is that a different one? He's gotta be dead. Yeah, he's dead. He's gone. Right, let's go back and get this one. Shit, that was intense. Shit now. And again, like I say, what I think important is important in life. It's again, that wasn't a very good shot. I got him in the skull as well. But as a female, I just went mental on that one. Okay, Panic. Yeah. Well, like I say, I mean, again, everyone has a right to their own opinion. People don't like gingerhead people. Do you know how much abuse and shit I took because I had red hair in my life? Not as much as maybe some other groups, but I took plenty. I had people kicking the shit out of me when I was a kid because I had red hair. I did. 5 or 6 boys, more than once. I grew up. That's. Redhead people are the Satan zone for some people. It's as crazy as that sounds.
You're the devil's children.
Yeah, the devil's. Thank you. Yeah, Thank you. That's exactly how they see it. Or they're aggressive, or they're weird. You want to stay away from them. Honestly, Bong. Honestly, when I grew up, the amount of shit I fucking took for having red hair was unbelievable. You know? But what did it do? It made me stronger. You know? It made me realise the ignorance of culture, the ignorance of belief systems, you know? You know? Because, you know, let's if we're going to have an adult conversation, you know, like I say, let's clear this in one easy, whether you're black, white, religious or whatever, there's good and bad people in all those groups. There's the moderate and there's the fanatic, you know, depending on how fucked up they are psychologically. You know, I mean, that's not, you know, it is the way it is. And so, you know, because I was isolated as a young lad in many different ways, because of my ginger hair. Yeah. That's honestly, I'm not lying to you. You know, you ask any redhead by degrees, maybe not so much nowadays. Cultures are nowadays, but you talk to redheads, and you know, I'm sure they still get it today. It's just a bit more subtle. I'm sure it still goes on by degrees. You know. You know, but I grew up in, if you were a bastard, you'd get it as well. You know, I think of one poor friend. Yeah, one poor friend who was a bastard, you know, is you know, because again, growing up, I was born in '68. So, you know, we're talking quite a few years back now. And the mindsets of people, you know, people are savages, they're cretins. A lot of people are really ignorant. They're cretins. They'll be cruel when someone has done for absolutely no reason, because they're not part of the social group. They don't fit in. But that's just a mindset they've been given by programming. And it's ignorance. It's total ignorance. The only time I got a problem with someone is if they're abusive to another, or they're trying to attack me or take something of value, like my physical health, beat the shit out of me or something. You know what I mean? The only time I got a problem if they're picking on someone that's weaker than them. You know, then because I won't put up that shit, because that's bollocks as well, you know? Pick on someone, you know, your own size type thing. If you're going to you want to fight, pick on someone your own size, you twat. Don't bully someone just because it's easy. You know, yeah, fuck them, you know? So, yeah, man. I mean, and it's a crazy world we live in, that people follow all this bullshit. It's insane. They're insane. You've given away your soul if you start following shit that makes no sense or has no real meaning. What does it say that's lacking in you if you have to do that? Think about it. You know? So yeah, so anyway, so like I say, even as a redhead, you know, I have my own experiences in terms of ignorance. All right, you know, maybe it's not as intense as some other people suffer, you know, like with the religious stuff that goes on, or if you're a woman in a certain, you know what I mean? Or in fact, let's be really honest, the most abused group of all is children. You don't hear them fucking moaning all the time, do you? Because they don't have a voice, because no fucker listens to them. Well, they do a bit more nowadays, but historically, you think how children have been abused, you know, of all cultures. You know, if they're not valued, if they don't come from a good family, look how they get used. Whether that's in, well, let's not go on about it, because it's quite a dark subject, but it's a reality. You know, it's a reality. So, yeah. You know? But yeah, it's a strange world, you know? But that's why, like I say, I turned out the way I did, because I knew long ago I wasn't going to follow any fucker's shit. You know, I bow to no man. I don't give a fuck who they are. You want to break me face, fine. You want to break me body, you don't even want to take me life, fine. But I'm not bowing to you. I don't bow to no fucker. You know, I just don't care who they are. You know, I'll show any man respect, kindness, you know, generosity. But don't think you're above me, mate. You're not. And every other man should feel the same, you know. Stand on an equal bit of ground. You know, show respect to each other, you know. If you can't do that, fuck off. Twats. It's ridiculous, man. It's a load of bollocks. It's been perpetuated by history, by lies. So many lies as well. You know, I could go on, but you know, there's no point, because each man's got to work it out for himself anyway. So, and each woman. So, I just know where I'm at. You know. Let's. I don't. I'm gonna leave you guys. Yeah, panic. Yeah, could mean disease. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, again, also, you got to respect our instinct for survival. It's like because as well, man learned long ago that if a snake comes towards him, it's poisonous. It could kill him. So anything that's different, you defend yourself from it. I get it. We have this instinct, this what they call the reptilian arc, the R complex, the reptilian complex, the brain, the instinct. Like when you're in a car and you suddenly have to react. That's what takes over, and saves your ass, when you're driving shit like that. So, yeah, you got to, not listen. You got to listen to your instinct and know when there's a danger, whether it's a cultural danger or environmental danger or anything else. But a lot of what we perpetuate is out of ignorance and fear. That's completely different, But I mean, again, I was listening to Yonder talk about his life, and it is about Southern folks and the way he was. He wanted to highlight how, the better aspects of Southern people and Southern folks. And I found that quite interesting. Because again, if what I know of Southern people and the perception that generally comes out about Southern people, you know what it all is. But that's bollocks as well, because I've met a lot of Southern people who are very generous, kind people. And they don't seem anything like the sort of perception that we've got on the TV over, especially in the 70s, 80s and 90s, All right, today the perception of the South in America is changing again anyway from what it was back in the early days when I was young, But, so again, like I say, it's just, no matter where you go, you get good and bad people, And that's why I say, go back to the original conversation. I'm grateful for Yonder's generosity, Oh, shit. Fuck it. Is it on top of me, is it? 100 to 130. And the people I've met recently on Yonder's channel. Because, again, it doesn't matter who or what you are. It's about what you do. Ultimately, the things we say don't really matter. It's it's how we behave. It's our actions that define us, And it doesn't matter if someone's an intellectual, really smart, or if someone's a toking head that's unemployed. They're both human beings. They both have value, Just because society may value one over the other is neither here or there, In my eyes. Oh shit, here he comes. He's coming for me. Whoa! Oh, die! Whoa! Oh shit! Nesbit, shit! God, have I not killed him? Where's he gone? Jesus Christ, come on! Oh, he's down. Oh, no, he's not. Have one more for luck, you fuck. Shit, that was intense, man. You had a big cousin, no one messed with you. Yeah. Bron. Oh, it's another one. Oh my God, I can hear it. God, that made me shake. Oh, that's a dog growling. Those crocs freak me out, man. Again, there's something about their prehistoric, just their nature, their cold eyes, man. There's something about the alligator. It really freaks me out big time, Jesus. But again, that's the R complex, my survival complex, kicking in, even in a game. It's kicking in, You do comedy for sure. Oh, damn, man. Oh,
You're talking about different people from different parts of countries and places. And
yeah.
Being someone who's lived in the southern part of the United States and the northern part of the United States, up in New England area.
Yep. Fine, go on, man.
People from the South have tended to be more of the kindler, gentler, nice, welcoming folks versus the people up in New England area that are very, kind of snobbish to themselves.
Yeah.
Don't seem to want to be like, and the people from the South are always the folks who would be like, they would give you the shirt off their back.
Yeah. And that is
because of the snow. Snow makes us angry.
That's brilliant.
We're always angry.
Do you know what, guys? You see, that's why, guys and girls, right? Don't judge what anyone else says. Judge life for yourself. Don't listen to no other motherfucker. Judge life for yourself. Go out and experience on the broadest scale possible, because it's not like they want you to believe. And like I said, most of what we're taught was bullshit. The only way to truly know the world is to go and experience the world. And even then, you're only experiencing it on a micro scale. Because your experience of one particular area, one group of people will be totally different from someone else's. That's why, how anyone can say, Oh, yeah. All that group over there, they're totally evil, and we're justified to kill all them because they're all fucking animals anyway. It's bollocks. Because some might be. There's always a group of psychopaths in every group, you know. Not a fan. Okay, Bong. So I mean, that's why you got to be so careful what what flag you plant in the ground, because it's bullshit, and it comes at such a costless. And I am serious on this conversation, because I've seen people suffer in the most horrendous ways, and it's affected me profoundly in how I view. And that's why I go on like I do, because again, I never, there's many ways. I've like I say, there's many ways we can. If what I'm trying to say is, if I'm overwritten by the world or by certain experiences that have value, then I'll let them overwrite me. For example, my empathy. If we want to talk about God gave us empathy, so that we didn't annihilate each other, so we could feel or have some sense of how another man or woman feels when they're in pain, right? And that's our fail-safe. That's the species fail-safe device, because otherwise we'd slaughter each other and we would have been long gone. And so those experiences I do take to heart, and I do listen to. There's other things I'd never listen to because I know it's a crock of fucking shit. So I am pliable. I am adaptable to experience, but the right kind of experience and the right kind of education, not the wrong kind. And what I mean by that, as I said, propaganda, cows, belief systems that tell me that the world is like this when I know it's fucking not. So yeah, you got to be so careful in life, because there's nothing more honourable than a man standing up for something, or even giving his life for something to protect his family or his wider community. And that's okay if he's doing it for something that's really just, but very rarely is it really just, in my experience. And you ask any man of any war, and they look with hindsight, and they say the same fucking shit. So be smart to begin with, is what I say. I got to keep following the river, because I'm loving hunting these crocs. They're frightening the shit out of me, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm talking away here, and all of a sudden these crocs come out of the water and frighten the shit out of me. It's a good experience. I like it. That's why I like horror movies. I like having the shit frightened out of me. I like getting the shit frightened out of me. But there you go, man. So yeah. I never get bored of the conversation, because, I could go a lot deeper into it, but I do have to be careful as well, I am online. There are young people here too, so, I do have to be semi-aware, of what I say on a Sunday, and of course it's good to be aware, because otherwise I could get a lot more ranty, a lot more angry, and that's no good. Then that becomes no good at all for anyone. Who wants to listen to an angry guy rant on about existence, Having a conversation is completely different, Okay, all right. But yeah, it's nice to have you guys in today and listen to your chat. Panic, sorry. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. I do like listening to other people's experience, because in a lot of ways, like I say, it's not so far off from how, the things I've experienced with different people. And like I say, I don't think an intellectual idea is more, when people maybe argue over people get so angry sometimes in their arguments over the most trivial, and it is trivium. When you think, when you put it into a bigger context of the world, who gives a fuck whether classical music is technically more impressive or better than, say, folk or something like that? Who cares, really? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's all semantics. It's all individual opinion. The point is, all these things add to our existence, and that's really the point. Music of any genre adds to who and what we are, and is an expression of our creativity. So to argue over any given one is bollocks in the first place. It's individual choice, because, throughout my life, I've liked jazz, blues, rock, metal, all sorts, depending where I've been. Now I like more sedate music because I'm older and my brain can't take the thumping or heavy metal, so my preferences has changed with age and with growth. Oh, birds, too high. So yeah, but all has its place, on the journey. I've never ever stuck, I've always been, like I say, very fluid in any given time. I never used to play hunting games. Hunting games are new to me, Plenty of shoot 'em ups, beat 'em ups, but never a hunting game. Never, you know. I've only just started playing recently playing hunting games. So, you know. And again, I also come to realise how disconnected I'd come from hunting, even though I was never anti-hunt. You know, I realised because I'm a truckitarian like everyone else, how even through a game I learned how disconnected I'd become from hunting because I haven't done it for so long. It's just, you know, that's why I say games are good teachers, you know. They really are. They're still with virtual reality, but there's still a level of reality about them that allows you to experience yourself through them. That's why we do it, because we enjoy them. You know, so yeah, it's a good thing, you know. Yeah, now, Bong, I just think, how old are you again, Bong? You just said. You see, I thought that, but I just think I'm getting old. But I do think it has lost a lot of quality. You know, when you think of the bands and the music that I grew up with, a lot of that's due to the digital revolution. 39, yeah, so, but it is, I think the digital and the AI revolution is a bad thing in many ways. I think it's screwing with our creativity, and I don't think it's a good thing. But I wouldn't see myself as an old fuddy-duddy. I just think the quality of lyrics are going downhill. The quality of rhythm and of depth and just everything about music has changed, you know? It's not... And I watch... And also as well, it's filled with political agendas more than ever. You know, some of the videos I've seen of some of the, like, chart music, it's that shit, man. It's bollocks. But anyway, I just thought I was getting old. But, you know, maybe it isn't just that. Maybe there is something to say for the music going downhill, because I think it is. I thought it has, you know. But anyway, there you go. Let's have a quick drink, I suppose. Let's look at who wants to do the scores. I'll leave it between you two, whoever comes in first. I'm going to let someone else do the scores today while I have a drink, if that's all right. Anyone with me? You and me, guys, or you hunting? They might be hunting.
I'm here somewhere.
All right, in your own time, mate. If you're hunting something, don't worry about it. I'll do it if need be. I'll just bring the scores up for people to see. Oh, look at Fire sneaking ahead while I've been talking. I'll let Jay read those out when he's good and ready, folks, right? Fire, are you still there, mate, or have you popped out? I think you might have popped out.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, mate. You're hunting snake, are you? You're concentrating.
Gators.
Gators, oh, gators. But yeah. Fire is on, he is on fire, Bong. I admit, I do like scoring well. Oh, what was that? I just thought I saw something. I do like scoring well, but I must admit, I like talking as equally as much, so. Especially when I got people in chat having a good chat as well, and I'm watching that as well. It's good. Yeah, Bong, I did pick up, even by your name and that, like I say, that you're a habitual serious toker, you know? Shall I tell you the reason? Do you want to know, Bong, the reason why I stopped? Would you like to know? It's come down to wisdom and knowledge, and you may not want to hear it. As I was going along, because like you, I was an habitual smoker, right? And I was into other stuff as well, you know, for a period. But I did it to explore mine first. I enjoyed getting high and having a laugh with friends and everything. But ultimately, I liked the way it opened up the consciousness. And there's a big reason, you know, because that's what it does. Oh, very hard. Hold on, everyone. Sorry, Bong. I got a 50 to 70, very hard. Can I pick up on him again without having to move? Because he's still, if I can just highlight him, has he moved? He might have moved. Hold on, Bong, I got a very hard croc here, mate. I'll talk in a sec, man, if I can just pick this croc up. Shit, where's he gone? Did he move? There, got him. All right, all right. Hold on, mate. Now, where is he? That's the front. I'm going to risk this shot because I just know I've got him. Now, if I've got... There we go. Oh, I think I only hit him twice. Let's see. I've just risked that. Oh, I've got him, though. I've got him. Now, please let it be good. So, but what happened was... Yeah, so like I said, I just used to smoke like my mates and everything. I was an habitually for a while. But in the end, the reason I gave it up is because... Oh, there's another one. Oh, I just shot the tree. I think I just shot a fucking... Let's just see if we can have this other one too. He's gone into the water. There he goes. Where's he gone? My fucking scopes. Oh, he's gone down. Shit. All right. Gold. Oh, that was a hell of a shot. Dark brown. Considering I was shooting through foliage there and I've got a gold. Look at that, look. I'm going to taxidermy him. Excellent. And basically, it was several factors, but one I learned when I was studying, mate, I realised that in Western culture, you know, where the shamanic would use, whether it was cannabis or mushrooms or anything, for specific rituals or events, we've been sort of got into the mindset again of habitually using everything and using it unwisely. And it was an evolution of growth. And I realised that, you know, and then I only just started to use it when I wanted to take a journey, if you like, right? Okay, so that's why that happened. But then, as I got more into things like meditation and other aspects of journeying, there was no longer the need for the drugs because I could access through technique. And that's another thing as well. Everything has its place in life and everything is useful, but sometimes what you can get right in your drugs, you can get through other forms of either exercise or meditation or traveling, astral travel, stuff like that. There's many, many ways, right? Many, many ways of achieving the similar sort of effects, uplifting, mind changing, mind altering. And so again, it's a journey. And then I got to the stage where I no longer needed any of it because I integrated it so much into my being, it's part of everyday life. And I guess then you're talking about, you know, knowing, you're not just knowing the path, you're walking the path, and your brain becomes one with every other aspect of your being. And that's part of your journey and growth as a bloke anyway, you know, to become more embedded and more known to your spirit, your emotions and everything else. But so for me, it was a whole journey of experience. Now leads me to, like, for example, as you all know, if anyone has ever taken any mushrooms or shrooms and stuff like that, you can still have flashbacks or mild recall effects years later. But also as well, when you get to a certain stage in life, your mind will drop into a mindset without even thinking about it. You will, because you've done it as a discipline as well. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you or if it resonates with you, but what I'm saying is, if you can acquire such effects with no longer having to shove your body through, do you know what I mean? It's far healthier, but it's a discipline. And my whole life, like I say about education, I'm a big one of education, all sorts of education, and I think everything has its place, and I don't think we should ever turn our nose up at any level of education, because we're all spirit in growth, all of us, at any age. And you sort of see what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to come over like guru-y or anything like that, because people say, oh, you sound like a guru. No, bollocks to that. That's all bullshit as well. All these gurus are bullshit as well. That's just another form of religion. Do you know what I mean? It's about sharing knowledge with each other. That's all I'm trying to say. It's about feeding off each other in a positive way and growing and finding better ways of doing things and healthier ways. That's all I'm saying here. Everybody can make their own choice, but what you can do, there's many ways of like I say, training the mind into relaxation, into mind development and exploration of our multi-dimensional selves, because that's what we are. We are a multi-dimensional construct. I've said this before, and I've never gone this far in the conversation before, but because we have certain types of individuals in the chat, I'm going a bit further today with my life and what I've gone through, because I think it's relevant to the people that are listening, and I think it can help. Take what you want from it. All right. So everybody's path is unique to their own. Their spirit, their journey is their own to discover for themselves. But like I said, there are many ways of doing things, and there's many layers of education. And like you say, Buddhas will fall into deep trances. They will astral travel, and they don't need no drugs to do that, man. And if you start doing astral travel or anything like that, or deep meditation, you'll explore realities at another level and another layer of your consciousness that goes beyond any other drug you can ever have. I'm telling you. and I will big it up. So if you there is much to explore in life, but again, you take every step slowly, and you educate yourself on what you're doing before you do it. So read, but never allow fear to be the enemy, because fear is the enemy within, and the fear is the enemy that will curtail you, that will stop you dead, that will allow others in where they don't belong, so on and so forth. So as I said, it's a huge journey, but it's one worth taking. There's much learning to be done in life if you have the courage to do it, and if you can break free of the conditioning that says that's hocus pocus, that's bollocks, that's shit, that's crap, this is what's right because my science tells me it's right, or your cultural beliefs. You see what I'm saying, man? There's huge amount to your being that they don't want you to explore. And our ancestors knew it long before us. But a lot of it's just mythology as far as a lot of people are concerned. Or it's bollocks, or it's this, or it's that. Because science rules, right? Because science is the new God, man. Just one layer of existence. You see my point? You see the points I'm trying to make here? So... like I say, decide for yourselves, folks, what's right in life and what isn't. And like I say, don't let fear stop you from exploring who you are. Because that's the enemy within, and that's the main enemy they deploy to stop you from learning. Simple as that. And if something doesn't feel right... What's the comments here? Yeah. And like I say, be careful, guys and girls. You know? Be careful what you get involved in, because a lot of stuff they want you to get involved to shut you down, not open you up. Again, got the t-shirt, been there, made the mistakes. I know, from my point of view, I know in relation to my soul, I know what I'm on about. Like I say, I'm not saying my reality is right for everyone. It's not. I'm not saying my reality will resonate with everyone. It won't. I'm just merely sharing who I am and how I see things. Yeah. Chisels, copper chisels, man. Copper chisels in pulleys. That's how they did it, right? Anyone with an ounce of knowledge about construction or knows, it's the biggest bullshit story going. And the pyramid, the most advanced pyramid, the first that was built, all the pyramids that came after were less in quality. Now most civilizations grow, do they not? The Egyptian culture went in reverse. It was there and it went downhill in its techniques. Even that is a sign, So what did they do? They took what was already there and they built their civilization on the top of a pre-civilization that was there long before them. Quite possibly. Not saying 100%, quite possibly. It doesn't take, like I say, the amount of shit they feed us is unbelievable, It's unbelievable. But if you look at, there's pyramids all over in China, in Bosnia, under the sea. Yeah, there's pyramids all over. There was a global civilization long ago that was based all around that knowledge, And so they had different understanding of physics than we did. Or they were bigger built, stronger, whatever. Who says they were even human, necessarily as we are now? It's all bollocks, man. It's all bollocks. So, like I say, and where years ago it was blasphemy, you would have got, crucified or drowned for talking such. Nowadays, there's a bit more freedom. They still control everything tightly, but there's more freedom in the potentials. Looking at the potentials of what is. Even our technology tells us stuff about the pyramids, the energy it kicks out, one thing or another. You know, you can't deny it now, because even science and technology, the science, you know, and the technology of today, in terms of the structures, the way they're built, what's under beneath as well, the radar that's coming out, and all the rest of it. There's so much stuff out there, folks. Now they can't hide that bullshit, you know, anymore. People still believe it because they're indoctrinated to a system that will penalise them if they say anything against it. They'll lose their jobs and shit like that. Hence the nature of control. You know, so again, you know, it's a fascinating world, and really all that matters is how you think as an individual. You know, if other people agree with you or not, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, you know, unless you're seeking approval, and if you want badges and trophies and you want people to be shining your ass for you because, you know, that's how you get your kicks. I don't get my kicks that way, you know.
Route 66.
On Route 66. But you take my meaning, you know. Oh, there's another gator there, look. I think there's one closer to me. Let's just see if he's going to move. I think he is. You know, so like I say, it's really important. It's good to know that people... I like it if people respect me, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to lose my shit over it if they don't. You know? Because that's not where it's at. It's not what's important. What's important is the journey that we take within our own soul and who we turn out as men individually in our own souls, you know. That's all that matters. That's what God gave us this existence for, if you believe in the man, you know. Go on, go down. I'm gonna go with that shot, even though it's... And I'm one in the water. We'll leave it there. Let's see what happens. I don't think I've got him. Let's give it a moment, Nesbit. He might... Yeah, he's down. Good. Yeah, you know, again, mechanics, engineering, you know, oh shit. You know, we can move huge stones, but they've done tests of the 1,000-pound stone or whatever it was, and we can only move, like, I think it's like an 800 one on a great big machine with, you know, I saw the video on it, you know, here he goes, he's floating towards me, so... Yeah, but 1,000 tons, the obelisks cut into one piece, you know, 3,000 tons of granite stones on the base, you know, the base, the pyramid that's sat on, and so on and so forth. You know, the stones are so aligned, you can't even fit a credit card between them. The technology to do that is awesome. We know that from our own knowledge, you know. It's not something you can do with copper chisels and, you know. And unless they had some magic, you know, well, again, technology we didn't know about. But bronze, I fucked up the shot, guys and girls. It's in the spine again. These gators, because they're so low lying, it's so easy to get the spine at distance if you're not careful. But hey, there we go. All right. Fires it 5,837. Nesbit is 4,863 and Jay's at 1,250. So fire's burning ahead again today, guys and girls. And the dog is still growling. Why is he growling? Is there a croc around? But again,
the area where I was just at, based on the tracks, there's a max weight alligator. I just couldn't find him anywhere. So I think about a level 9 gator down here somewhere.
A legendary.
Based on the tracks. Hopefully. Yeah. I ain't seen him yet.
Okay. And that will be your diamond finally, Fire. But again, guys and girls,
I'll run back over there in a little bit. Give them a minute I shot a couple of them down there. Give them a minute to quiet down.
Yeah, bong ho, yeah, and there's always new science coming out, which just shows that the craftsmanship of those pyramids are unbelievable, man. You know, a lot of it, even modern engineers just says we can't do today. You know, so I listen to the engineers that I do have some knowledge because, you know, they've got no reason to lie, I guess, unless it's propaganda. But I always caveat this is be careful because, like I say, what people say today, saying else, there's more knowledge in the future to come. You know, but
Well, remember, we had a historical period called the Dark Ages
Well,
where
yeah,
everything that we gained coming out of the
exactly.
Roman Empire and
Exactly.
all that
Yeah.
technology was
We
like
did.
just lost.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly, man. And we've had the floods as well that have destroyed civilizations in the past, that knowledge. That's why we've got so much trauma in man, because of what he's experienced on this planet. That's why, the way part of our problem was suffering from amnesia. That's how the ego, because the ego is a relatively new construct in the human, they say, if science is right, our ego is a new part of the mind, you know? And they believe it's been caused through trauma, massive trauma. And if we did have that slight shift of the poles and everything, we're talking like the Eiffel Tower with its ass end up in Sweden, that sort of traumatic movement on the planet. Like I say, go back to all the old writings of the floods and everything. It's happened more than once. These things happen. We know that from documentation. So there's so much. It's just, there's no doubt there was an ancient civilization on this planet that were advanced. There's no doubt. And they were all built on the energy lines as well, and they were all lined with the fucking stars. That means they had geometry, and they had, and that's basically, guys and girls, if you think that that's not possible, right? Even if you look at the tarot is based in geometry and science. Most people don't know that, but it is. And it was the one of the. It's what remained, what people remembered of it is limited compared to what it was. The pyramid is like millimeters out of alignment of north. It's aligned to the fucking stars in constellations. So is the Sphinx aligned to Leo. They're all aligned. Now, no primitive civilization can do that. We know the science behind it. So, it's to think that there wasn't a global civilization or a powerful civilization equal to our own in the past is just a crock of shit. It has to be by the very buildings that's left behind and the science behind them. So the arguments just fall flat. I can't understand how anyone think they can argue the toss on this, because we didn't. We know the pyramids. I can't remember the constellation, but since we had that satellite,
Orion. They used Orion's belt.
Orion, yes, thank you. See, Fire, thank you, Fire. I wish I could remember well, because sometimes I've got so much information, it just drifts from me. But again, that satellite, that's Hubble's telescope. We know that now the pyramid is aligned to actually other star systems outside of our galaxy. From that, I think I saw a program on. So who were these fucking people? Now comes the question: were they even human, or human as we are? Because the more knowledge we gain and the more we learn, the more the remarkable nature of the pyramid and other buildings on this earth. India is fascinating. Some of the temples in India, what they're aligned to, and the knowledge that actually we're starting to decode in their inscriptions on the temples themselves. It's totally, amazing. And let me see the comments, guys and girls.
Well, like you were talking about with the floods, I know not everyone, is religious or believes in, they have different beliefs, but, you got to think of what was lost. If the biblical flood, as the story's told, you only had roughly, 6 people that survived.
Yeah. Very few, such as the nature, and the Hopi Indians have their own story about that as well, because they were they'd gone down into the earth, and their mythology talks of how they saw the floods coming across. Not just the Hopi. There's many other people. So I don't know. Maybe even if it was only 6, the point is that the world was wiped out. It was an extinction event, pretty much, and we know also as well from science, like there's layers and layers of death. I can't remember all the details. Like even on our coastline, there's this thick layer where there was a sudden mass extinction. So if you imagine a great big articulated lorry, and they reckon like 90% of life was wiped out, and there's like this piece of toast left on this. The way they showed an example of the huge devastation was there's this huge lorry with a great big white board. It's like this little piece of toast left that symbolised the life that survived this extinction, and they got the layers and layers of dead bodies on top of each other, animals from water and land all mixed, because it just was just a huge fucking event. You can see that on National Geographic. You can see it on YouTube. You can see it. You can find that story, about mass extinction on many different channels. And the fact remains, the evidence is there. The timeline doesn't really matter. How it happened matters, I guess. But the fact is, we know something happened because the evidence is there in the earth and one thing and another. But let's just have a look at these. Bong. Well, 20 tons may be bomb, but when you're talking about 1,000 tons, like some of the base stones and stuff like that, you're not moving them on, you're not. You're engineers, I've listened to engineers talk about this and they don't even know how to approach that issue right now with today's technology. So, again, 10 ton stones, easy for us, relatively so, 20, even 50. But when you get into like 1,000 tons, 2,000, 3,000 tons of stone, granite as well, and you haven't just moving the stone, you've cut it perfectly. For the base, you've cut granite, so you need diamond cutters or more. You understand the technology, not copper fucking chisels or sanding it down with water like they said we did. You were talking 3,000 ton stones base for the pyramids, cut symmetrically to perfection. Yeah, that ain't gonna fucking happen, man.
The city of Atlantis that was talked about from the Greeks talked about it. What was his name that talked about it? Was it
Pythagoras or something
Plato?
like that? Plato?
Yeah. Well, they talked about Plato, the city of Atlantis. They claimed that they had flying machines.
Yeah. And have you seen, Fire, the photo by the European Resonance, the painter Mona Lisa? Have you seen his paintings with flying craft in the sky? And there's documents in Oxford when the plague, right, where they've quoted the priests have quoted things moving through the air. So I think there's a lot more. I don't think we really know anything about ourselves, really, to be honest with you. Now, obviously, that could be fake, of course. I don't know if any of that's true, but I haven't seen the text. And for example, there's this scholar, I can't remember. If any of you are to look up Allen and Delaire, Oxford, Cambridge professors, and they talk about the cataclysms and they talk about evolution and one thing and another in relation to the earth, and they talk about subjects that will make their hairs on your, through reading and studying texts that we don't have access to, right? So you're putting a bit on trust here, but they're students of history, so you like to think they're being honest, but take everything with a pinch of salt. Read Allen and Delaire if you can get hold of a copy. It's hard to get hold of a copy now, right? That book will blow your mind away. It'll make you rethink about everything about what you think you know about the earth and our existence here. There was this guy, I can't remember his name. I'm trying to remember his name. He was an Oxford grad, professor, whatever. And he wrote, what was it he was writing about? I'm trying to it's important I remember him. There's so much information going through my head. I'm thinking about different things. He wrote about the Black Plague times, and I told you, he's got all these documents of all these people that were writing about strange mists in the sky and vehicles moving around in the sky. Now, what the fuck does that? He was putting it in his language of the time, but what does that sound to you today now? And if that's genuine, that piece of historical evidence opens up a minefield, about our existence. If it's true, if those documents are true, I can't remember the name of the book, and there's it just opens up a whole minefield about who and what we are and what our reality really is, Again, we most of us are ignorant proles. We have no knowledge of what this world's really about or what's gone on, because don't forget, look at all the book burning that's gone on. Look at the Library of Alexander, what that contained alone. Look at what all these fanatical groups have done throughout history in terms of our knowledge, because they are afraid of the people knowing who and what they really are. And this is another reason I talk about who and what we are. We're multidimensional constructs, and we're not just a simple little animal in a cave that got lucky. We're not. And everybody thinks we're less than what we are when we're actually far more think about the story of Atlantis, how they evolved, and think about, if you want to be religious, then think about Jesus's message to you as people. Like you can, like me, you can be. What do you think he's saying in that? Yeah, he's telling you that you're. Go on.
No, go ahead.
No,
It's fire.
It's fire. Sorry, you can be more than what you are. Our whole existence, they're trying to dumb us down and enslave us into a mindset that stops us truly being the creatures we're capable of being. They're afraid of us. Whoever, whether it's the power groups or other people. For example, I've had experiences in life, as a man where I've touched the spirit of other creatures, whether that's wildlife or other human beings. I've had intimate experiences with them that go into the spiritual, into the non-physical. Right now, people, when they've experienced that with me, they freaked out, because to them that's not something that, because they are in the five, they live in the five senses only. I'm telling you now, guys and girls, believe in yourselves and believe in what you're doing. And this is one of the reasons it's important we talk, really, more than anything, because there's so much bullshit in life that's telling you are nothing. You haven't got the right body, you haven't got enough money, you don't look right, you don't talk right. Bollocks. It's all bollocks. If you want a quick and easy expression of what I'm trying to watch, that film Unbreakable and the subsequent series. All right, now that's an extreme level of what I'm talking about, like Mr. Glass talks about, the extreme. Maybe comic books are just an exaggeration of what they are, but our senses, like for example, if you're in a bar and you feel someone's eyes in the back of you, you turn round, that is a sixth sense. That is a sense inherently. You're in an environment, you feel danger. There's a bear 10 yards away. That's your sixth sense. That's just one small level of the greater you. And that's what Jesus was on about. I'm not religious, but there's knowledge and power in all these religious texts. It's been watered down, diluted, fancified in many ways, distorted, just to keep everybody else under control. Cross and crown, that's how we were controlled. Now it's...
you talk about religion and things like that. One of the things that, in what we may or may not, being someone who grew up in a very religious environment, if you read the Bible, you read the very first words, it says in the beginning, and it talks about, and the earth was without form or void.
Yeah.
Well, the creation of the story of creation doesn't start till after that sentence. So the earth was already here. And he said it was without form or void. So something was here prior to.
And he spoke.
Something was here. Yeah, he said.
Vibration.
And that's what it said. Then after that.
Vibration.
So I'm like, what doesn't have form or void?
Yeah.
Some are saying that there was an initial flood, and the earth prior to, because the Lucifer, who is Satan, him and God had a fight, and God cast him out of heaven down to the earth, which was Lucifer's playground. And that's where some think the dinosaurs came from, is God allowed Lucifer to create an environment that he wanted, and it was his paradise, and then God destroyed it with the initial flood and an extinction event to wipe out the dinosaurs, and God recreated a new earth the way he wanted it to be.
Yeah. And it's interesting, right? Because if you read the Bible and you, let's just say, tweak it a little bit, when you talk of blood, think of genetics, right? Because I think, like I say, there's a lot of truth in the religious texts of the mythologies. And there's been a lot of mixing up to suit people's agenda of any given time. But fundamentally, the mythology is there about our creation. It's just how we interpret that creation. And again, if we go right back to, and again, if people, I'm not religious, so I'm not going to say it's correct, but I have listened to theologians and other people talk about the religious texts. And originally it was the gods, it was plural. The original text, you go all the way back to the Abrahamic, the gods created man in their image, and it was turned into the singular. And that's the original text, the Hebrew text. Go on, Far.
Yeah, he says, let us create man in our
Let us,
image.
us. There. You see you see the difference when you take it. So who is the us? Because I see God as one entity, one energy that binds all things together. To me, the universal force is that which has created this whole existence. When you talk about us, that seems like another race or another being or something else saying, that's part of the creation. Because to me, God is the uniform, the droplet and the ocean. He's all things. He's one. Yeah, he's not us. That's like a collective mindset, not a singular mind. So it's interesting when you think about the translation and how they changed the original text at Nicaea as well, and how all our old mythologies have been distorted. So you've got to be so careful. But again, it's a book worth reading because, again, the one thing I love, right, if you think about it from a scientific point of view, using science now, God spoke existence, creation into existence, vibration, and all life is vibration. And an example of that, right, when we speak, we create vibration in our larynx, and our brain is the hardware, like the hard drive and the machinery, and our ears are the machinery that decode the vibration back into words when we're talking to each other. Vibration is the core of all things, magnetism, whatever. Vibration is the creative force. It's frequency. Everything has a frequency. These TV screens, the desk, everything. Probably panic, quite possibly, and we just don't know how they did it. Absolutely. I mean, most things generally, but there still takes a level of sophistication to chop up and move 3,000 granite stones, including the type of machinery you need to cut those stones, because you're not doing it by hand. You can move them easily, maybe, in some way we don't know, but you're not cutting and shaping granite stone 3,000 tons easily. It's not done, is it? Unless they had a magic wand, which is probably just another form of saying technology. Maybe moving panic, I agree, but not the cutting of. That does take technology and sophisticated technology, But yeah, it's interesting. I find, like I say, I think there should be. No, I don't think that actually. It's like, I think again, every man should interpret any book the way it resonates with them at their particular age, because as you get older, it will change. Do you know? Because when I looked at things when I was younger, I think and feel completely different about the same books all these years on. But it is fascinating, It is fascinating. And what they've done with our mythologies as well, guys and girls, in my book, right, is they've got us not to believe them. And they've got us to believe them in the wrong way, not the right way. Because don't forget, I think, like at any given epoch or stage of existence, I think, like right now, right, in our particular time, if you think about it, we still have an indigenous people living alongside technological people. Right? And I think those indigenous or less what we'd call educated people will write about things in the ways that they could only describe them with the words that they had because they lack technical understanding. And I think that's a lot what a lot of the mythologies are. They are written by men who did not understand the science of the world that was around them at the time, like some of the tribal people would not understand our PC technology or some of the technologies we have now, because they've never been exposed to them and they've never been educated to them. And don't forget, years ago, technology and power was in the hands of the far fewer than it was the majority, because that's the way control was maintained. Nowadays, they need us more to share in the knowledge. So I think there's always these different groups, that live parallel to technology at any given time in history. And I think that's what we see in the Bible. The writings, because they even say, the gods got me to write this script in there. So they even got them to write them in a simpler language that downplayed their technology, because again, it was about maintaining power. So I think you've got to use your brain in a much wider format than the way that other people in certain institutions will want you to think, because I think we got to look at things far more cleverly, because I just think it's used against us. We're being played all the time against each other because we think we know what our realities are, when I'd say we don't have a fucking clue when we're talking out of our asses, every one of us. Most of the time, and I include myself in that. We're in the dark scrabbling for the truth. It's a reality. Yeah, but hey, Bob, that'd be an interesting, and we can, I mean, and again, I'm going to caveat this, right? I appreciate all the comments, right? And I know everyone here today is going to have slightly different feelings, maybe extreme different points of view to me. And I get that. And I respect that. I'm not saying in any way that I'm right about anything I say, because that's just an arrogance. I learned that long ago. And I think if you have an adult conversation, we all think and feel differently, Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, exactly, Planet. But, so I think it is interesting, and I think you've always got to be open to reevaluation, of course, as well. So that's why, like I say, I'm never going to take a arrogant point of view that I know better, because that's bullshit. I know it is. And again, I'm only feeding off of what I've learned, even though I've expanded my horizons, if you like. But even all that could be wrong as well. I wouldn't be surprised, like I say, if reality is something very different from what we know altogether in terms of way things work. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a lot simpler. And I could go a lot further with my hypothesis as well and say that in some ways, Panic's theory, that things are a lot simpler, could be true. And the only reason they're not is because we've been indoctrinated into a form of thinking that doesn't make it so. That one could argue that quite simply, so, I don't put anything, I'll kick anything out of the discussion box, because fluid thinking, healthy thinking, is adaptable thinking, and being able to be, what's the word when they say you've got it's not a relaxed mind, but an adaptable mind, a subtle mind, when it can shift its paradigms and the way it thinks about how things, do you know what I mean? I think it's really important you have that. But what you have to do as well, you get to a point where there's a knowing. And one thing I'll say, the difference from knowledge and even wisdom, there's on the scale, like you have knowledge, wisdom, then there's knowing. And where something becomes known within a human being, and they don't need to look at it because it's known. Like we know the wheel goes round, so that's known. We don't have to think about that again. Or, do you know what I mean? There is a point where you've explored something and it's now known within your soul, within the reality of how things are. So that does exist as well. So that's interesting. But it's an interesting conversation, man. A giant. But yeah, you're gonna laugh, man. But yeah, it is interesting, because the amount of, again, I do try to be very careful as well, because a lot of Christians, oh shit, will get upset if you bring up the fact that again, Fire, thank you as well for the maturity of conversation from all of our points of view, because again, I've talked to Christians that got upset with me because I've brought up in the original Hebrew or original text, it was, how do we or us, make man in our image? And again, I think of blood as DNA, genetics. I think whoever they were, or these gods or God was, they were genetic. We're now beginning to understand this, what genetics is and how you can make life. What if Earth is an experiment? That's why we had dinosaurs and other things, by someone who had the sort of power that we're gaining now. Because if you think about the language used, everything in the Bible, how man tried to ascend to be like God, or the gods, the Babel story, and one thing another, and every culture has an equivalent to that story. So it was a global thing. There's so many questions to be answered, and so many questions to be asked about who and what we are. A lot doesn't make sense. Even modern science can't explain everything. Even everything else, like Alan Dallaire bring up the fact. I'll bring up one thing Alan Dallaire talked about. They agreed with the Darwinian theory on this planet, except for in relation to man, because all the pieces do not fit, and all the science. And that's from their scientific minds. That's what they say. The Darwinian, and even Darwin says his original title was The Origins of, it wasn't just the origin, it was something else, The Origins of Species, and something about the question mark around man, because it was a much longer title, but they shortened it to The Origin, because even he had doubts about the evolutionary aspect of man because of the missing pieces. So even Darwin himself questioned And you can go and check this out for yourself. This is fact. I'm not making this up. And Alan Delaire bring up that fact that they agree with the evolutionary theory for every animal on this planet, because you can find the threads. The only thread you can't find is that missing link that we've always talked about and everything else. So it's an amazing conundrum that we're in, that man is in. And again, I'm only going on, again, a lot of the knowledge I talk about is, well, I've read from other people. Whether or not it's correct, I cannot say for sure. But it is, I don't believe these people are being false. I listen to false people, and they've got a flavour and a tone about them. You can tell when someone's trying to sell you something. I mean, these people believe they're telling the truth with the data that's at hand right now. So it is a fascinating conundrum, guys and girls. I find it, I could talk about this forever, because there's just so much that's open to question. And if we can't question it, then there's something seriously wrong. We should be able to question our reality. It's an amazing topic, really. The human species, like I said, that's why I said to you, now you all know why I say I'm interested in the fucking species, not one group or one religious group or one political group or any other fucking country, mine or anyone else. I'm interested in the species because I think we're being sold a load of shite. And everybody goes around killing each other for a load of fucking shite. It's far more complex than that. And I think we've got to be smart. And we have do you know what? We're in a period, man, where we can be smart. Because at least we've got the ability to explore answers, why AI doesn't take over and just gives us the answers. Well, now actually it is. 10 years ago, the internet was a very different beast. The amount of different conversations and material you could find, now it's getting tighter and tighter to find only the status quo that they want you to see through control, AI, Google, YouTube, these platforms, But I'm telling you, there are some real big questions to be asked about who and what we really are and how we really did come into being on this earth. And you can use words like God or science. None of that really matters. The question, it's the answer and the whys that we need. And they hide that from us because some people have more answers to that than others. And if you start digging, and there are people out there, and they deserve respect. They're called the conspiracy theories, the nutballs. And some of them are no doubt, I have no doubt. But a lot of them come out with some brilliant information. You just got to sift and be careful what you believe in, obviously, and that's no more with main education. Main education is looking to control your mind as well and feed you a load of crappers too. So, there's a lot to be answered. There is a lot out there. It's really fascinating, guys and girls. But the ultimate thing is, I believe, and what I'm trying to get out there, my agenda is to let you know that you're more than you ever could possibly imagine. Because you are. People have forgotten this. And that's what they're afraid of. And I know this from my own experiences. And if I was in a private forum, I might talk more openly why I feel that way. Because it comes from experience of energy, of vibration, of experience of being open-hearted to the universe, to men, to women, not being afraid. Because fear's the enemy within. It's the only enemy, the true enemy. And that is a big statement, and it is a powerful statement. And if you take it to heart, it will open up your universe in a completely different way. And how do I know this? Because a few other men in my life educated me in the right way and taught me what to be afraid of. Well, not to be afraid of anything, but if I'm going to be afraid of anything, be afraid of this, not that, Be aware of that. That's the enemy there. Watch them because they're clever. You know what I'm saying? So... Oh, there we go. There's some big names being dropped there. Yeah. They're still in the light, though, Bong. They still can be seen. It's the guys in the shadow that are the most interesting. But still, that's a stepping stone. That's one of the stepping stones. It's a fascinating life we lead. It really is, honestly, man. It could never be more. When people say, "Oh, life's so I'm bored," I'm thinking, what the fuck are you bored about? How the fuck can you be bored of life? Honestly. I mean, fucking life is so full of fucking many wonders, whether it's a woman. A woman herself is a wonder, I mean, I love, they can be a pain in the ass. I love, well, I won't go down that road. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a journey just there learning about women. But I mean, you got this beautiful world we live in as well. Waterfalls, fucking trees and the science and fucking, I mean, just space and just everything. I mean... There's just so much to this world. It's fantastic. And even when I'm in a shit heap, when I've got a real bad life, I get through it because I know there's so much more magic to life, and to let a bit of shit bother me when there's so much beauty and magic to my existence, I must be crazy to let it affect me so. Do you know what I mean? I know they probably feel the same about us as well, Bong. You know, I mean, you've got to understand as well. The feminine is completely different from the. We live in different worlds, you know. So, but that, you know, I mean, yeah, but we complement each other. I'll be honest, right? I've been with my woman for 25 years now, and I'm a better man for it. Despite all the stress sometimes, and you know, I'm a better man for having that relationship. You know, but yeah. But yeah, guys, you know, it is a fascinating life, and I'm never bored because, you know, when I'm not tired, if I'm not run down, I'm not struggling to fucking, you know, do this or do that. You know, there's a lot to enjoy. You know, whether it's other people, you know, whether it's just reading or exploring thought or form, you know, it's or myself meditating, you know, I'm not on about having an old jolly, you know, I'm on about higher thought forms, stuff like that, you know, leaving and trying to touch and tap in to the consciousness of the universe, you know, and letting it in, which I will talk about one day. I really will. And maybe some of you relate to it, and maybe some of you aren't ready for it. Maybe some of you are. Maybe some of you already know it. But like I say, I tell you this. Oh, shit me. Fuck, something's just hit me. Oh, my God, it's a fucking crop. Fuck, I survived fire. I survived, man. It didn't kill me. Jay, Jay. I don't know if I got it. It looks like an organ shot, so it should die. Non-vital. But, yeah, you still there, Jay?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good man. Oh, Sword, come on in. We're in stream, but we're chatting. Are you still there, Sword? I don't know how long. I've just seen a comment from Sword, actually. Let's just see if she's still there. Let's just see if she's still there. I just seen that. Let's just see if she's still there. One mention. Okay. Oh, I just did that capital. Let's answering and say we are in stream. But chatting. In fact, I am more chatting than playing right now, aren't I? So, okay. Let's just bring that back up. All right. Let's just see. Did I get that crop then? He's gone down, so he should float to me with a bit of that. There he is. Look, good stuff. I didn't. It was a bad shot again. It was, mind you, it was a female, and it was no big trophy there. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's an interesting life. It really is. It really is. But let's focus a bit more on the hunt, I guess. Now I've talked for England, I guess, the last hour or so. But again, like I say, it's important conversations, guys and girls, and I hope you get, you know, if you get something out of it, and you know, if it helps you feel or think differently about yourselves in some way, or you know, change the frequency in which you resonate with your existence, that's a good thing, because that's what it's about. Because, like I say, that frequency, that's the key. Frequency, guys and girls. If you want to really study your reality, look at frequency, and the way frequency works, and what that means, you know. Because that's one of the reasons. Well, no, I won't go on anymore. I think probably I've done enough. Let people digest that, because we could go into other topics. You know, it's fascinating. Life is fascinating, man. It really is. Panic. Wally Wallington. Who's Wally Panic? What or who is Wally Wallington? I'm not aware of that name. Is that a cultural phenomenon or something, or is it what is it? Just a story about someone? Ah, right. Okay. What sort of stuff did he do? What did he do for fun, man? Okay, Fire, would you like to read out the scores, man? Oh, Jesus Christ, I just seen them. Are you there, Fire?
Yeah, I'm here. Sure, give me 1 second.
Yeah, all right, mate. Come on. I just saw the score. Shit, I've been talking too much. I don't mind. I've enjoyed myself. It's been good fun, man. It really has.
So today, y'all have joined us at our hunt in Mississippi Acres, which is located in North America, south part of the United States. And the scores today we have are myself at 8,476. We have Nesbit 4,963. He could be higher, but he does, chatter on a bit. And then we got Jay sitting at 2018, just being nice and quiet, and but he's going to beat us, I'm sure.
I'm sure he will. I think Jay, as long as Jay's enjoying himself, that's all that matters, really. Again, I mean, the scores make me laugh now and again, guys and girls. I don't take them too seriously. They're good fun. I do like it when we get big scores like last week. That was impressive. But yeah, I don't take them too seriously. I do enjoy the chat and watching people talk. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Do you know that guy that did the Coral Castle thing? That was quite interesting as well. This guy in America built a coral castle, but no one knows how he lifted all the blocks and stuff. So that was quite interesting. So, there are ways, but yeah. Okay, I'll check that out. I might have seen it. I just don't remember the name, Panic. I just don't remember the name. I'll have a look. But yeah, so it's a funny old life. It really is. Now, guys and girls, I've got people here, and if you want to support the channel, I'd be very grateful, whether that's with a like or like I say, the chat, or in your particular way, or if you want to donate, stuff like that. I don't say that very often, but believe me, I need to say it. I don't want to put people off coming into the channel. But yeah, but if you I think one of the blocks he moved is £2,000. Okay, all right. Well, as long as it was done legitimately. Did he share how he did it? That'd be nice to see. £2,000. What's that in? What's £2,000 in? What was 1,000 tons in tons? £2,000 compared to tons. Let's have a look. What's the difference? I ain't got a clue.
2,000 pounds, I think, is 1 ton.
Right. So that's nowhere near 3 tons, man. I mean, we're talking about, because we can move 20k. Oh, 20. Okay, not 2,000. Sorry, my eyes are terrible, man. Oh, sorry, 20k. So what's that? Fire. What's 20,000 pounds then?
About 10 tons.
10 tons. 10 tons. That's only 10 tons. That's still not. Yeah, that's not 3,000 tons, is it? 4,000, like some of the blocks. It's still a lot. It's impressive. So we're not even getting anywhere near what the base stones of the pyramid are, because they're about 3,000 to 4,000 tons. I mean, we're talking tons. That's still impressive, though, Studio. Don't get me wrong. It's still very impressive. But like I say, if anyone knows how they move those, please tell me, because I want to know badly. I'd love to know how someone moved those. What's this? Oh, they're flying away. But yeah, that's still impressive, Panic. I'll check him out. What's his name again? Wally Wallington. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. On his Wikipedia, 2 to 3 tons. Well, I tell you what. Watch Wikipedia as well, because that's another dubious source as well. If it doesn't. Okay. Well, I'll tell you either way. Like I say,
I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay, fine, mate. Cheers. Where am I going? It's an interesting subject, and I do like to be as factual as much as I can, especially when I'm talking to people about such a serious subject, because I don't think talking horse shit helps anyone. So, I do like to be factual about the stuff I say, and if I'm not sure, I'll tell you. But I do know, like I say, from many videos that I've watched, the pyramid, the base stones, not the actual. I think from 20 to 100 tons, some of the square blocks, but the actual base stones and some of the stones and the great big pyramids, the obelisks are like 1,000 tons, but the actual base were like between 3,000 and 4,000 tons. The base stones that are 3,000 or 4,000 tons cut, symmetrical. Amazing piece of technology, regardless. But Yeah. So, and if I'm wrong in that, I apologise, but I'm quite sure that's what they were, or what they're claimed to be in weight. You know, what people say they were. And again, like I say, you can't even fit a credit card through these the stoneworks, the polygonal stoneworks, and some of these ancient structures as well. Such the level of technology, you know. So it's amazing technology going back so long, you know. Whoever did it, it doesn't matter. It's there. It exists, you know. It's amazing. Where are we going? Let's see if we can find more prey. Oh, I'm going the wrong fucking way, I think. Oh, shit. Yeah, I want to keep going this way, actually. Shit. I've gone the wrong way. Let's turn back round, because it was good up round here. Let's go back this way, guys and girls. Let's look at the comments. I'll tell you what, I need a coffee in a minute. I've talked so much, I'm really fucking thirsty, man. That as well. Yeah. And again, the precision, man. And again, there's that stone, right, guys and girls? There's a huge cut stone in China. And it weighs more than anything around the pyramid, beneath the pyramid, or the pyramid itself. It's huge. It's massive. I can't remember the quarry that it's in. But it's been cut, and it's been precision cut. And I think that's like something like... I think that was massive. I think that's like I can't remember the weight of it, but it's like it was 10 times more than the base, something like that, than the base stones of the base of the pyramid. Huge stone, cut absolutely perfectly, never finalised or cut away from its base. It's just amazing how they did this, you know. And again, it's a hard stone. It's not a soft stone. It was like granite. It's a real one of the top heavy hard stones. It wasn't granite. It was another stone. I can't remember what it's called. But it goes on all around the world. You can find anomalies all around the world, guys and girls. It's what makes the Earth such a fascinating place, you know. And it is a fascinating place. So yeah. Yeah, like I say, Panic, I don't know. I want to know. That's the problem. I want to know who I am, where I really come from, and what the fuck is really going on, because I think it's a far bigger story than we're being told, man. I really do. I think there's a much larger story here than any of us know. So yeah, I'm curious. You know, I'm curious to what's happened. Well, yeah. I've seen that, Bong, as well. I've seen lots of videos, you know, on people trying to disprove the theories of the pyramids, argue over it. But I think in the end, it's you know, your common sense and your own. You don't have to be a scientist to, you know, if you've got some basic engineering knowledge, or you know, it doesn't, like I say, take a lot to know what's possible and what isn't. You know. Yeah. It's an interesting life. But again, as well, let me say, guys and girls, never get hung up on one argument either, because that's another trap as well. Explore. I always explore topics, but I don't ever. One thing I'll never do is become dogmatic or make it my sole interest, and because I think we can get caught in that. Because I think there's a much larger question around all these subjects. You know, I think they're all part of the answer. They're all part of the equation. But yeah, don't ever get hung up on one particular subject, because I think that's a mistake. If you get too tunnel vision on one thing, because you know, sometimes you need to get to some answers. But once we got someone just subscribed. Josh, welcome, Josh. I take it you just saw that. I love that. I just added that the other day. Josh has just subscribed to the channel. Thanks, Josh. I did that literally yesterday, guys and girls. I joined up Streamlabs or whatever it is, and so we'll see when people subscribe. Brilliant, nice stuff. So that was fun. That took me off track, because I got the notification in my ears. Took me by surprise. Brilliant. Well done, Josh. Welcome to the channel, man. Does he? Right. Okay. Oh, he could do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, it's a fascinating subject. But once you find your answers, move on to what, because, like I say, I think there's a much bigger question mark about everything that we are in our existence, and never, my bit of advice to myself is all the time, never be dogmatic. Never believe you've got it right, you've got it sus, because there's no such, I think it's bollocks. Because I think it's been such a conundrum, and there's been so much propaganda throughout the centuries, none of us truly know our own history. History's written by the victors. And the Library of Alexandria was decimated, and every culture throughout history has either withheld information or decimated knowledge and kept knowledge from the people, like the Dark Ages, which fire was on about. So we know shit about ourselves. We're in a lot of cases we're just relearning, and it is an interesting, our existence on this planet is an interesting question, and with the technology that we've got now, it becomes more so, more and more so. So yeah, it's fascinating. It's fascinating, man. But that's what these days are about. This is what Sunday's about, guys and girls. We are playing Call of the Wild, but it's about having conversations. It's about talking about, what's going on with us, how we feel, who we are, where we're going. And I'm not on about it. It can be about individuals, and it can be about the species. I love that saying from Star Trek, which again is a religious saying. Actually, it comes, but I think it's related to. Well, I think it's probably. It's related to many religions reflect this, but the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. But sometimes the needs of the one or the few outweigh the needs of the many, and I just love that because it's like, Gandalf's comment about, he believes it's the small kindnesses that we do every day that keeps evil at bay. I love phrases like that because I think there's such truism in that, and those little pearls of wisdom, and. In my streams on a Sunday, I like to talk generically or generally about stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. Of course they do, Bong. Yeah. That's what they were. Yeah. That's what they were devised for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you've got to be so careful as well what you accept as a truth because there's so much propaganda out there, and there always has been. There always will be. That's why I'll never fight with anyone over, not over knowledge or because it's just pointless because it's an opinion. And what we know today changes tomorrow. I'm not going to bother wasting my time fighting. If someone thinks differently from me, that's absolutely fine. They're entitled to their opinion. As an adult, I accept people won't think like me, don't feel like me, may fucking hate what I say. That's fine. You're entitled to that, But yeah, so it's just churlish. Again, we are talking semantics in a lot of this. It's about points of perspective within the individual. That's all, and points of where we are within our growth and that's another thing as well. If you're young or old, your opinion's welcome here. Like I say, there's no domain here that's right. No one's right here as far as we have an opinion. That's all it is, an opinion. I hope the only thing we do share is that we have the common ground that we do share is that we want to make the world a better place. Yeah, because that's what I want. I got a boy that's growing up. I want a better world and a better place for him. I don't want this fucking shithole that I see around me now. Everybody fighting over bollocks. I want a better world for my boy. And for other men's children as well, not just my own. Because that's what we should be defending is the future. The moment, our present, and the future. If we're decent men, that's what I think. And women, sorry, I'm not sex, I'm talking from a male perspective, so, that's why I'm saying men. But if we talk about people then, as a culture, as a group, all right? Okay, I think I'm going to make myself a coffee. What time is it? It's 2:15. We'll finish about 3:30 because I've got the family coming back to get day, guys and girls, so it'll be earlier. But yeah, I just think I'll have a break because that gives you guys and girls to have a break from me because I know I can be intense. I am intense. I'll talk a lot. And for me, this is all second nature. This is natural. I'm comfortable with this. But I do know for a lot of people, they don't, this can be hard work for them. So I just think I'll have a little break here, cut the line, and we'll come back and we'll do some hunting. And I'll carry on the conversation maybe if people want that, but I'll just sort of maybe have a little break for a bit. That's all I'm saying, I guess, guys and girls. I'll just have a quick break. If you like the stream, smash the like, guys and girls. That helps the channel grow. I appreciate all your comments, guys. And Panic, Bong, everyone that's in chat, and thanks for your support. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying my Sundays, and I'm really enjoying my streaming now because we got so much more going on, and it's good fun. It really is good fun. All right, I'll be back in a sec, guys and girls. All right. I'll just bring up the break time thing, and I'll be back in a sec. Oh, hey, Fire. Are you back in chat, Fire? Oh no, he's probably still walking the dogs, I expect. All right, okay, I'm gonna go and have a quick bathroom break, get my water filled up, make a coffee. Back in a sec. Bring back Flash Player. I miss Flash Player. There's a lot of things I can't do now because we don't have Flash Player. What? It was hidden by default. Why was Fire's message was hidden by default? I didn't even see that. How did you see that and I didn't see it? What's going on there, guys and girls? Because I don't... Fire is a moderator. Sorry, let's just bring the screen over. Let's just bring back up the hunt. All right. I don't understand what's going on. What's going on there? Sorry, let's just I'm just gonna have a look at this a minute. Let's look at Fire. Let's look at his settings. Fire, are you there, mate? Fire, you are now a managing moderator for the channel if you're listening. Why was he hidden? Oh, you're there. Okay, so you should...
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay, so if you type anything, you should show.
Okay.
Because what Bong just said, Fire's message was hidden by default. I had to allow the message to it to be shown, though. Because I've made Bong a moderator.
I wasn't a moderator on the YouTube channel, just on your Discord.
Did I not make you? I thought I made you a moderator. Oh, that shows how fucked my memory is.
No, that's all right. That's
okay. All right. Well, you are now, man. Anyway, I've made you a next level up. So I think you got the same as Bong, where you can delete bad words and shit like that. I think it's all that sort of stuff. Thanks, Bong. Well, okay, guys and girls, let's get on with the hunt then. Sorry, that was a bit confusing. Oh, my mouse is playing up. Oh God, there's so much I need at the moment. Oh. Pissing me off. Right, where am I doing? What am I doing? We're getting into the night time and I'm travelling. Where am I? I can't see myself. There I am, that's it. We're going upstream. Downstream, I think. That way. Which side do I want to be on? Let's get on this side, I think. Okay, Bong. All right, mate. Oh God, that's shit hot. God, fuck me, I nearly burnt myself. Yeah, Bong, I know what you meant. All right, guys and girls, let's go. So, it's been quite a conversation today, I tell you. I've enjoyed it. Oh, all right, Jay, go on, Jay. Come on, Jim, speed up. You get those kills in. We have got just over half an hour to show this Fire who's boss. Ooh-ah. All right. I love the way Fire never responds to anything. He's just like, I reckon he must be.
I'm sorry, chill. I stepped away just a second.
Oh, that's right, man. No, man. I was just, I was just ribbing you a bit, and no wonder you didn't say nothing because you stepped away.
I sure do when my back's turned.
Yeah, I didn't even, that was a miracle. I knew your back was turned. I just said, come on, Jim, it's time to show Fire who's boss. Let's do this. Let's catch up. Let's have him. Come on. Let's get on his tail. I think, is Jim still with us? Let's have a look at the map. Are you still in chat, mate? Are you still with us? You're very quiet. Yeah, he's always quiet. He's with us. He's there. All right. Oh, did Sword turn up at the end of the day? Let's have a look. Let's look at her. Okay, I obviously missed that. Didn't get that comment in time. Well, if you're there at all, Sword, and you are listening in, feel free to come and join us in chat. Oh, that's a good point as well. If you want to play with us, guys and girls, we're on PC. If you play Call of the Wild, hi, Mike. Welcome, Mike, to the stream. Mike, we're having a great day. Guys and girls, if you want to play with us in game, you can. Just take Fire's Apex number, which is in chat. In fact, here we go. Let me just do this for you. Here's Fire's Apex number, and here's the Discord. You can come into chat and talk to us in the Discord chat. You can come and join us in game. All up to you, guys and girls. Why can't I paste in my own thing? That's because I'm doing the wrong one. There we go. There's Fire's Apex number. Well, the actual text has got close to it. Just make sure you don't copy the text there. And the Discord link's in the chat box as well. You also find it in the description box, all right, guys and girls? So yeah, if you want to play with us, you're more than welcome. If you're on PC, if you just want to come in and chat and talk, you're more than welcome to come in and chat and talk. All right, okay. Let's do this. Oh. Where am I going? I want to stay to the bank. Not really focused at the moment. That's Fire. There's me. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Which am I? Oh God, my game's playing up. Just stop it. Oh, we haven't seen Bison today, have we? Oh, hold on. What's this? 40 to 50. Let's see if we can get on top of him before he hits the water, because he's on the move. Oh, I think he's already hit the water. Yeah, I think he's hit the water. All right. I better heal up just in case. We don't want that gator getting me. No, the dog's still growling. No way is that. Is it still? Let's have a look. I could do with some kills now. I have a funny feeling Fire Jim turned off his headset. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, 60 to 80. Right, we should have this one then before he hits the water. If I play my cards right. Like I say, my chatting isn't for everyone, and I do appreciate that. So... Okay, Mr. Gator, he was up there, wasn't he? So, let's move in on him. I don't want to miss him through the shrub. Where's he to? It was up round here, wasn't it? Where are you, Gator? Come on. He couldn't have been this deep in, surely. I'm going to shift back round. No way, let's go back down to the bank. How you doing, Mike? You having a good weekend? Enjoying... Oh, I saw your post, by the way. Kingdom Come post. That was good. Appreciate that. In fact, I think I forgot to look at it, actually. I must look at it. I think I forgot to hit play. I had my kid around me at the time, and I got sidetracked, Mike. I've got to look at that one you just posted, thinking about it. I just remembered I didn't look at it. I forgot to hit play. I meant to. I got sidetracked with a boy. So I have to go back and look at that. So thinking about it, I haven't seen that one. All right, let's bring up the binoculars. I'm moving around a bit fast, really. I want to be a bit more subtle with my movement. Making way too much noise. What have we got here? Oh, I just heard a gunshot there, look. That's Jim taking a shot, I think. I'm not bad, mate. I can't complain. Can't complain at all, mate. I had an interesting stream today. Talked about lots of different things. I had a good fun, killed a few things as well in the hunt. So yeah, all in all, not bad at all. Not bad at all, I can't complain. Having a nice day. It's been very pleasant with the folks here. Oh, look, what's that? Shit, a little piglet. Oh, shit. I'm going to go for a blind shot. Nah, I don't think I hit him at all there, actually, to be honest, yeah. We'll mark it up just in case. That was a blind shot. Let's see what happens there. And I'm not sure. I think I had the right rifle. I had my Perry 308 up, so that should have been alright for the pig. I better reload the Perry thinking about it. And I need to spray up. Let's just spray up as well, because I haven't really been concentrating on the game the last hour or so. Hello, Panic. Yes, sorry, Panic's already here. Let's hunt Jim. You're damn right. What's going on there? Ooh, busy, busy, busy. Okay, all right. Stream's good. Right. Okay, yeah, let's carry on. Now, no, I didn't get it. I don't think I did. He would have dropped by now otherwise. Okay, so to move a little bit slower because I'm moving way too fast, really. You know, I'm giving everything warning that I'm approaching, you know, making so much noise. In fact, I'm tempted to go more inland. I've done the rivers a lot this whole stream. Maybe I should go inland. Is there any... Oh, what's that over there? Let's go over there. What the fuck? Less trouble.
I got a couple of kills to pick up, but if y'all want, we can change the time back to the morning. The bears will be out right now. The foxes are at water.
What, right now?
Right now, gray fox is drinking.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm about to head to some water anyway, so... But yeah, we can reset in a minute. What do you think, Jim? Are you with us? You happy to reset in a bit?
Don't matter to me.
Don't matter. Okay, all right. Well, let's just check out a little pond for 10... Say 10 minutes, and that gives us another 20 to reset and have a quick go. Or do you want... Well, if you want to reset, Fire, just do it now. Because I just realised it is getting on. It's 3 minutes
I got to pick up a couple of animals.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and then reset, mate. Yeah. Okay. Woo-wee. Scores. All right. Hey. Jim's 4,000. I'm on 4,009. And Fire's 9,3. Fire's starting to pick up his game the last few streams, folks. He's starting to score more heavily. Still hasn't got a diamond, though. Mind you, neither have I.
You don't have to rub it in.
I had to, man. Come on. It was an opportunity to be silly. Which I like to do now and again. Oh, there's a bunny rabbit. Oh, yeah, let's have it. Come on. Where's me gun? Oh, come on. That might be too far, but it felt on target, even if it was too far. Probably was. I'm not really bothered about bunny rabbits per se. Generally, guys, small victories, Nesbit. Yeah! Indeed, mate. They all add up, man. They all add up. Oh, I just heard a hiss. But where's it coming from? Because where the hell's this crop? Must be there's water down here. Let's just go slow now. I'm going way too fast, man. I'm just going to slow down because let's just go slow. Walk, please. Why? What the fuck's going on with my buttons today? There we go. All right. Yeah, mate. But they all add up to a bigger victory at the end of the day, mate. You know, that's the important thing. Hoo-ah. Oh, God. You gotta laugh. It's good fun. Right, let's bring up the glasses. Let's see what I can see. Now, what's that there? That's a rock. That's a log. All right. See if we can see anything. Come on. I would like a diamond now. That would be nice to... I think I deserved it, actually. For all my entertainment value today and chatting, I think I deserve a diamond. If the hunting gods would bring me a diamond, I'd be very grateful. I'm a burning effigy of everything I used to be. Shake your ass, get over here, and I scream. Let me entertain... What's that? Boom, boom, boom. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's a little common raccoon. Come on, come on, come on. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Shaky ass, get over here and I scream. Do 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 do. Okay, nothing around here. Let's go. You're going to reset the timer in a minute, aren't you, matey? Fire.
Whenever y'all are ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
If I got something to pick up, I'll wait. So.
Okay. What's going on with
Good.
my Seems like this thing breaking up. Maybe I need to adjust that. It looks like I do. Let's just do that quickly. I'm just going to because the camera is oh, come on, mouse, for fuck's sake. I am thinking about the camera, and I am just going to do some filter. Looks like it needs chroma. Yeah, let's go back down. There you go, that's a bit better, I guess. You have to try to move this camera because it breaks up a lot. It goes in and out of focus. And the chroma key and the background's a bit, needs sharpening up. I need to rethink this, how I do my OBS setup. And look at that during the week, I guess. Sorry, talking to myself there, guys and girls. You don't really need to know that.
All right, bears should be out now.
All right, bears, eh? All right, let's shoot some bears. Shoot some bears. What's that there? Look for the bare necessities. The simple bare necessities.
The simple bare necessities.
Forget about your worries and your strife. Go for it, Fire.
Oh, that's the only part I remember from it.
Okay. Bare necessities. Mother Nature's recipe. The simple bare necessities of life. Ta-da! Oh dear, gotta laugh. Come on, mouse. God, fucking mouse is pissing me off. What's this? Mating call hog. Let's just hit the deck. Sure will come to the water. I'm just going to sit here, lay here. Got a gator there. That's minor though. We'll leave that for now because we don't want to scare off what potentially might move towards this pond in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So I just think I'm going to hold my course, hold my ground here. I mean, oh God, we've got a need zone here. It better not be a gator. Let's have a look what this need zone is. Or who this need zone belongs to is what I'm trying to say. And what time, more importantly. Resting 4 to 8. All right, so I'm good. There's no other need zone here. This is a fairly safe space to park my ass then with a bit of luck. That's a minor gator. Where's the dog? Stop moving around. Stay. Lay down. Come on, there's got to be more. I'm just going to wait, guys, and go. I mean, it's a small little lake. I'm sure something's going to turn up. Unless I'm in the wrong region for bears. We've got alligators there, but that's a different time. And again, 4 to 8 alligators, and it's 6:30. Okay, so we could have some more alligators around here in a minute. But I don't see anything else right now. I'm just going to be patient. What's that? And before I finish the stream today, guys and girls, we will look at the scores. We'll look at the current leader table. We'll look at diamonds that have been scored during the week and other brilliant shots by me that have, piebald and stuff like that. I'm being playful. And again, other shots by other members of the channel in Discord. Okay. Wherever you want me. Come on. What else have we got around here? There is another water. I could just flip between the two. There's probably only a couple 100 yards maybe between the 2 points. Maybe. Let's have a look. Sorry. Place. Wait. Place. Come on, Matt. What's going on? What's it just doing it there for? Idiot. Do you see how it keeps bouncing back? I'm going to remove the waypoint. Remove. This is what sometimes happens when you're in multiplayer. Now I want to just stick it here. Place. Right click on the map. And it's doing it back over there. How annoying is that? Thanks for the likes, by the way, guys and girls. Thanks for being part of the stream. I appreciate your company today. I've had a great day. It's been good fun. It's been a good... I think it's been a good stream. I've really enjoyed it. So, it's been humorous. It's been educational. It's been many things. Let's just head towards this. Which way am I going? Am I going the right way? Let's just quietly move. Now, what's that? Oh, that's that raccoon core. Okay, right. All right. Okay, we've got a little raccoon. So you might be heading towards the water. I'm going to go back to the water because it looks like there's stuff. Looks like there's stuff coming our way. I'm going to hit the deck. I don't want to upset him anymore. Let's spray up as well. I didn't realise I've got the scent on. I don't want him fleeing. No, it's just a warning call for now. I've sprayed up. Mind you, I was downwind from him. So hopefully that should help now. Let's bring back the binoculars. Let's keep an eye out them. So there's stuff heading towards the lake. I've just got to be patient. Trouble is we've got 15 minutes left for the people to get their scores in. Although it looks like Fire's won easily today. So we'll have to put another notch on his belt and congratulate him at the end of the game. Oh, what's that? Ah, that's that croc again, that minor croc. I want something a bit more exciting than that, to be honest with you. Dog's keeping still, so that's good. Well done, doggy. Yeah, it's a minor. Come on. Now, what's that? Oh, now he's heading towards me, I think. And he's aware of me at 140 being totally still when I've got spray on. That's probably a high-level raccoon, my guess. Unless there's a predator nearby. So I'm going to try to use that bush as cover. I'm going to let him walk onto me, the sucker. So I'll bring out my Reaper rifle. It will deal with him. I got a funny feeling he's going to walk onto me, so I'm just going to hold my position. Let's just get to the edge of this water. I want to be able to see him. Let's have a look. Just hold my ground here. Maybe this bush will offer a little bit of cover. Let's have a look. Come on, yep. And that's the other one on the other side, look. Hit 170, he's giving a warning call. I got raccoons on either side of me, and they've both given warning calls over 150 in distance. And I've got a spray on for my scent. So I reckon they've got to be relatively high level, because how the hell are they picking up on me? They're not seeing me. Unless it's like I say, it's a predator, a croc or something maybe. It's got to be more than one. Oh, what's that there? We got a little bunny rabbit there. Oh, look at that little bunny rabbit. Minor, travelling, calm. Eastern cottontail rabbit. Hey, LTW. Welcome to the stream. Big shout out to you, Dune. I'll call you Dune for a shorten that if you don't mind. Welcome, Dune. Welcome to the stream. Oh, and he's closer. I told you. He's coming towards me. It's a female. She's coming towards me. And she senses me. Oh, there, is that? No, that's a rock. I thought that was the raccoon. All right. There, I just picked up. Where? Come on. The binoculars just picked it up briefly and it's gone. There again. Come on. There. She's nervous. Let's bring up the Perry. I've got raccoons either side of me. Let's just wait and see Actually, just wait and see what transpires here. She isn't fleeing, but she is nervous. She's alert, but she can't see me. There's no indication she can see me. I've got to. She's sitting up having a look. She still can't. Oh fuck! I can hear a croc. I think that was a. No, that's the dog. There's a croc in the vicinity, I reckon. The dog's pissed off. He's sat up. I better be careful here. I don't really want to move because. All right, Mutt. I hear you. There's a predator around. That's why they were calling. I don't think it was me, because I don't even think they were aware of me. I'm gonna have to kneel up and have a look. What's going on here? I don't want a croc bearing down on me. It's coming out of the water. Looks like Bong might be. Oh, sorry. Boone. Okay. Most people just call me. You mean Dune? Yeah, that's a typo. Dune. Yeah. Oh, Dune, not Boone. Okay. Bong might be taking a break there, Dune. All right. Now, so is that a croc? Is that a croc? No, that's a rock. Rock. Warning court. She's in range now, though. Or he's in range. Come on. Where are you? There. There, look. And we're going to use our... Turn back round. Just to the side, matey. Just to the side. Come on. Now that was in his side. Unless I've got a rock in my way and I haven't picked up on it. There could be the land. Lay of the land. I should have knelt up. I got a funny feeling that they ain't going to go down. I think I know what I've done there. I've screwed up. Even though he's in my sights, because I haven't hit him. I make that mistake now and again. I should have knelt up for that shot, man. That's a fuck up. Oh well, let's see what else we've got. Well, here we go. See, even that minor croc's fleeing. That was a waste. You plonker, Nesbit. Screwed up there, I think. Let's have a look. What else is there? Let's take that. Can we take him? Where's he to? I can take him. That was a hit. I bet you. So where was he? He's going to be over there, isn't he? All right, well, I definitely didn't get... Let's just see if we hit that croc. I doubt I hit that croc, but we can try. Is he still fireball? That's not a very good end of the stream. Let's see if we can find something to kill. No, he hasn't gone down either. I missed that as well. That was crap. All right, where's the nearest? Let's go into this. No, let's go over to here. Oh, it's actually done it this time. I'm going to go on over quickly. 283 meters. Let's take a little jaunt over to this lake and see if we can pick something up. Ooh-wee. That's not very good. Bit pissed about that. Never mind. .130, right, let's just slow down. Still got some spray on, so that's good, masking my scent. comments? No, everyone's happy. Good stuff. Oh shit. Still in, isn't it? Just smash me mic. I take it you can still hear me. Looks like you can. Right, 90 to 120, a female. This game's playing up. It's not the game actually, it's my system. It's moaning, it's playing up. For some reason, I don't know why. Oh, trivial. Let's just take her out, look. That should be a good shot. That should be in... Oh, and then I just shot her in the fucking skull, which I didn't mean to do. I think I hit her in the skull. Come on. My mouse is playing up badly. It keeps coming out of... Oh, fuck off. There we go. Shit, she moves as I shot. I might as well just pound her now. Make sure she goes down. Right, that was better. That should be it. That really should be it. Again. Not going to spray. Coming to the end of the stream, I guess. Let's just bring that back up. She's down, thank God for that. I actually hit something. I've actually done quite well in terms of the hunting today, folks. It's about 3/4 of the way through, halfway through. We started talking about some interesting topics in life, and it was good fun. So I've enjoyed myself there. And I was on a bit of a... Oh, this thing. Is that something else? Is that my imagination? Did I see movement? Just thought I saw movement there. Let's bring up the specs as well, because highly likely to see something in the marshes here. What's that? No, my imagination. That's a log. And I come out with the binoculars because my mouse is playing up. Really aggravating. You come out of your scope because your mouse is playing up. It doesn't stay locked on. And I get myself a wired mouse when I got the Dosh. I'm sick of this infrared one. It's just always problematic. Oh, look, there he is. Brilliant. Got him. It's not going to be a pretty kill, I can tell you that for nothing. Yeah. Oh, and I've got an alligator right next to me. I can hear it. Oh, and again, my mouse is playing up. Fuck off, mouse. Somewhere there. Fucking mouse. It's pissing me off now, man. Sorry, guys and girls. Forgive my bad temper. My mouse keeps locking on me. I can't move. And when you're trying to hunt an animal, especially a dangerous one, it's a bit frustrating. It was up here, wasn't it? So he's out of the water, so with a bit of luck. Say what? I was like an hour behind somehow. Bong. You mean the stream? Yeah, just refresh your streams every now and again, guys. It can happen. I'm just looking at the stream now. And you're about 20 seconds, maybe 15 seconds behind me. Just to let you know, all right? So you're about 15, maybe 20 seconds behind me in the stream. Because I'm looking at the YouTube back end, so... Yeah, I can tell from my movement. Maybe 15, 20 seconds. Where's that alligator gone? That I just heard. Again, turning and everything. It's really... I don't know what's going on with my bloody PC, man. Come on. Right, let's bring up the... Yeah, Bon. I see your comments. Okay, yeah. It's always, I always refresh Yonders about every half hour or so, just in case, because sometimes you can get funny shit go on with streams, and especially if the conversations don't make sense, then you should definitely refresh your stream. They sync up, when when your conversations don't seem to make sense with what you know. To what the guy's saying or whatever, or what you think he's saying in the stream that you're watching at the time. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. What time is it? All right, guys, we've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes, guys and girls, and then we'll quickly look at the scoreboard, and we'll look at the kills during the week on the screenshot page of my Discord that people have posted. So, Jim, Fire, you've got 4 minutes, guys, all right? Just to let you know.
Alrighty.
And then we'll tot up the scores. Let's just see if I can get something else quickly before the stream ends. Be nice. Bong, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. It's interesting. Oh, what's that? Where am I? Okay. Oh, there he is. What am I looking? Where's he gone? Shit, fucking scope. That was his face. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, wild. Come on, Nesbit. You're better than that. I knew on the second shot I screwed it up. I hit him in his face, so he's down. I just decided to go for him and pepper him, get him down quicker. My second shot was meant to go into his chest, and he ran. Well, I badly aimed. Hit his face. I know it did. I bet you we got his jaw or his skull. I bet you. Oh God, there's one there. Right, okay. All right, there he is. Yeah, that was another one. Oh, that was a different one. I think I've just got two. I think I fired in another one. Yeah, because that's just one hit. We've got another one to get. Oh, right. That's brilliant. There's another one. Because I shot that other one 3 times, thinking it was this one. So the first one went down. Where's the other one? Which way did he go? It only says mid-pressure. I thought it'd be more than that. Because I only shot that one once and it shows only one shot. So that means there's another gator out here that I shot 2 or 3 times. Where was he? Is that the other one there? It'd be there, I guess, then, wouldn't it? Because where's the mark? Here we go. Let's see if we can find him then. Just need to find some blood and then the dog can do the rest. Yeah, because I shot at that other croc 2 or 3 times. That was a different croc. There was 2 of them in the area. Now I've marked 2 distinctly different crocs. I just need to find the other blood. What time is it? Oh, I'm allowed to give myself a minute. There's a track there, so this would be the one, I guess. Because otherwise the track would have gone. I'll allow myself that minute to find this one with a bit of that. As I am hosting the show. Now, let's have a look. Here's his markings. So, here we go. Oh, it's a female. Because the other one is... It would have all gone. Is this the one? Not sure. I can't see any blood right now. Anything like that. Perhaps... Oh, I'm not sure what's going on here. I know I hit the other one. That's definitely a different clock. Alright, let's head in a southerly, southeasterly sort of direction then. Let's have a look. We'll have to just call it a day then. In 1 minute's time, I'll have to suck that one up. take the loss. I'm not going to find it. I can't. Oh, what's that? No. No. All right, well, that'll do. Well, I've had good fun, guys and girls, I must admit. It's been a good stream. We've had a good conversation. Had a few laughs as well. Killed a few animals. Had a good hunt. A very good hunt. Are you done, boys? Jim? Fire?
Sure.
Yeah.
You're both done. All right, okay, so let's chop the scores up then. Let's have a look. Okay, fire stands at 10,776. I've got 5,863, and Jim's got a good 4,293. No one got a diamond today. No one. What I'll do is now is I think I'll just exit to the main menu there. I am going to come on over to the main camera. I am going to bring up let's bring up the Discord. Open that. And we're just going to look at let's go there, and I need to come down to there we go. There's screenshots and trophies. Okay, so I'm just going to go back over to. I'm just going to bring up again the highest, the highest scores. Not the highest scores. That's not what I want, is it? Sorry, brain's gone soft. I'm getting tired. There's the leaderboard, guys and girls. Jack's ahead with 13. Jim has 2. Fire, we'll have 3 when we start the next screen. The next stream, because he won today. And I've got 2 wins under my belt. Jack's the highest score in any one stream, which is really impressive, is 22,387. Diamond kills, Jack has 5, Bison 1, Colin 2, and Jim 1. So it's all pretty good. And in terms of what people scored, what's that there? That's like a diamond thing. I see. It's a it's a super. Jim, who's in stream with us, got a nice diamond tanned pronghorn. Very nice. Where was that, Jim? Where did you score that?
Silver Ridge.
On Silver Ridge. Very nice. And here, this is Jim. Jim's got another one. He's got that's lovely. That's a piebald fox or something, isn't it? What's that? Oh yeah, I've looked at that. I remember. Yeah, piebald. Yeah, it's a piebald kill he got. A gold. Very nice. Male. Very, very nice. Yeah.
That would have been Leighton Lakes.
And that's Leighton Lakes, everyone. Oh, Jack's, I didn't see this one. Jack's got a diamond croc, saltwater crocodile, legendary diamond. That's Australia, the Emerald Coast, Australia. Very nice. And all I've got this week really is New England mountains. That's a piebald. I got a nice piebald. What is it? What is that? A white-tailed deer, sorry. And I got a piebald teal. Again, a gold. And that was on Fernando. I think that was in the last stream, so we don't really count that one. So we've had a couple of nice kills this week. Some weeks we've got more to show you than the others, but it's nice to just show you a few of the kills that people get as they play. And as from next week, guys and girls, there will be the new map. The new map's going to be out, I believe. So we will be streaming the new map next week, I think. We won't actually even spin the wheel. We're just going to play the new map because it will be out. So next Sunday, we're going to have a multiplayer stream on the new map that's coming out for Hunter Call of the Wild. So look out for that. And that'll be next Sunday from 12:30 GMT. We may not have everyone here next Sunday, as Fire is going to be busy, I think. But I think Jack might be back to embarrass us all. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, so
He lets us all eat a little piece of humble pie.
Yeah, Jack sort of plays every other week now. As today, it's his working week, so I think he takes it easy and pops in once a week now. You'll see him once a week, once every other week. Sorry, I mean is what I'm saying. So yeah, he might be back next week to humiliate us, like I say. So but until then, I am going to pay my respects to everyone that's joined me today, whether you've commented or not. Thank you so much for being with me today. I've had good fun today, I must admit. Let's bring my mouse up. This one's playing funny. Okay, so Bong and Dune, Mike, Panic. Let me just make sure I don't miss no one. Come on, mouse. Fire, of course, who's with me in chat here as well on the Discord. And I've got to scroll back a bit because we've had quite a lot of conversations with certain people. That's really nice. It's a nice activity, that. See that? B. Osman. Osman was in as well, so welcome, Osman. And again, thanks for your comment today. And there was we had someone join. I can't remember who joined the channel. That was just a notification. I've forgotten your name, but I don't know if you.
Josh, I believe.
Thank you, Fire. Thank you for people with memories. Josh, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us today as well, Josh. That's brilliant. Colin. And Bruce. Everyone that's joined me today, and all the chat we've had and everything else. I appreciate it so much. It's been good fun. If you like the stream, smash the likes, guys and girls. Again, subscribe, all the rest of it. You know what you need to do. And I will be back on Tuesday with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We've got a brand new playthrough, which is a hardcore playthrough. So, well, that's going to be fun. He says, sweating it a bit. It's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it, but it'll be tight at times. It's going to be a real challenge. Again, getting around. It's such a big map. So yeah, but it's going to be good fun. I'm really looking forward to the hardcore playthrough, and I know there are other people that are going to revel in my misery and my challenges that I'm going to go through playing that game. But excellent, so thanks, Mike. So there you go. Mike's just, he's one of them, man. He's gonna, and if Jack turns up again, I don't know if Jack's gonna get come back in with a hardcore playthrough or not. I know he hasn't played that yet. I find that, he loves that game. I'm surprised he hasn't finished it, but you never know. Jack might turn up just to torment me a little bit as well. You never know. I might be lucky. But nevertheless, I'll see you guys and girls then if you're interested. And I hope you all have a great weekend, wherever you are. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and I'll see you in the new week. And again, I've just got to thank the guys up that are in chat with me. Fire and Jay, Jack. Who else am I thinking of? There's other people I could mention, but my brain's gone soft now. I'm tired, but everyone that supports my channel, thanks a lot, guys and girls. I really appreciate it. So until Tuesday then, it's not going to be a problem. I finished mine with all the negs. Okay, Mike. Okay, it should be good fun. All right, Bong. Cheers, man. To everyone, like I say, in chat, to Jim, to Fire, you all take care. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. I'll see you during the week if you're around. I'm Nesbit. This is Hunter Call of the Wild. Good gaming, folks. I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Good stuff. All right, guys. I'm not going to hang around today because it's getting on, and the family were back at 4 last week. So literally, as I got out of stream, they turned up. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you both soon. Yeah. All right. Take care, man. Fire. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a great time, mate. Good luck. Yeah. See you soon. Take care. Take care, Jay. See ya.